Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday, March the 18th, 2022. It is option expiry day, and we have a
Good
lot
morning,
going on.
everybody.
As always, welcome to this telecast live from Calgary. Stock markets in plain English with your buddy, Uncle Bruce, trying to figure out and keep you updated on what is happening and why and what it means to us, what's going to happen with the markets, and try to find some ways to make money in these markets. Okay, a couple of things to start with right off the top. We're negative on the numbers this morning on the markets. This is no surprise. We've had three good days in a row. We had a 600 point gain, a 400, and a 500 or 500. I mean, we've had what 14, 1500 points of movement 3 days. Yeah, we're going to assess that, and we're going to digest that and try to interpret what does this mean going forward and where are we headed. So the Dow's off 188 at the moment, 0.53 of a percentage point, half a point. S&P is down 29 points, 0.66 of a percent. NASDAQ is down 104 points. In the pre-market, 0.74, so 3/4 of a percentage point. Nothing to worry about here. Crude was up this morning. It was up a couple of bucks to 106, 107 in Texas. Now it's negative. We are negative 40 cents on crude because things are becoming clearer out of the Ukraine. We are starting to get some really revealing details, I guess the way to say it, and it's coming more from more than one source so far, it seems. Um, the Ukraine thing, we were led to believe, we had been led to believe 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, as the USSR, or the Russian, not the USSR, but the Russian troop buildup and equipment buildup was happening along the Ukraine border, and then along Belarus they had military exercises, stuff like that. We were getting the story that, oh, there's 100,000 troops, oh, there's 110,000 troops, oh, 130,000 troops. Then we heard 190,000, and the thinking was, from historical past actions by Russian forces, that an overwhelming number of Russian forces would come into Ukraine, overrun them from 10 different locations simultaneously, and catch the Ukrainians running for their lives, and they will just cower. And within 3, 4, 5 days, the Russian tanks will be all over downtown Kyiv, and they will find the president and put him in jail and try him for treason, and on and on and on it goes. And the thinking was that they wouldn't even have to fire as much as a shot. They fired a few shots here and there, but all in all, they'd have no trouble whatsoever. Wrong, wrong, wrong. We're now finding out, and it is becoming very clear, uh, the number of Russian soldiers killed, injured, deserted, uh, is approaching 13 to 15,000. We're talking catastrophic numbers of soldiers that are no longer effective for the Russians. Equipment abandoned. Absolutely, they just walked away from it, or they ran out of gas and left it. Destroyed, of course. Um, uh, the numbers are staggering. They're just coming up with higher and higher estimates, and of course, we're seeing some photographic evidence of it, but we have to be careful because there's photoshopping and all this sort of stuff, and there's a lot of fake stuff on YouTube, and some of these videos that you see posted are so amateurish. I mean, they're just simulations. I mean, it's ridiculous. But intelligence reports coming out now from European sources, U.S. sources, and others confirm that the Russian army has taken a massive hit. And what they did was they sent in very few of their top level tank commanders and operators. They sent in mainly for show a lot of these, what we call conscripts. These are for hire soldiers, soldiers for hire. Um, these are 18 and 19 and 20-year olds who are, oh, I get to ride a tank. This is kind of cool. I get to fire off a round every once in a while. These guys had no idea that they were going into a war where they were up against javelin missiles, handheld rockets, and other very sophisticated NATO hardware that is designed from literally from satellites and or from drones up ahead to target exact precise locations of military hardware. The Russians had no idea that the Ukrainians had formed this unofficial alliance with NATO's best to pinpoint and target exact Russian positions and blow them out. There's apparently a story now coming out that just got released here. Apparently, uh, speculation is that Putin was a little upset after 5 days when nothing good was coming back to him about how we're doing. That he was sending generals out there, get this fixed, and so some of the Russians' best guys, top guys, were sent to Ukraine to get those guys going, and it put some of these generals very close to the front lines. And apparently, in one case, story goes that one of the top commanders was on a cell phone talking to rocket launch commanders and other commanders to give them instructions, and that the Ukrainians, with the help of their Western friends, that's us, helped them in real time track this call, pinpoint the position of the phone through geo positioning, and literally sent a couple of missiles to that site instantly, knocking him out. This guy's gone, and his staff and all around him gone, obliterated. This is modern warfare. You do not use open cell phone systems to talk to your field commanders about what you want to do, because you will be targeted through cell phone. And this is what the Israelis have done with bomb makers for decades. This is what the U.S. has been doing in Afghanistan. This is why these guys in the mountains in Afghanistan do not use cell phones to talk to each other. They use human beings as couriers because they know that the Americans can get anything through the satellite. They can track you down and then send the appropriate armament to take you out, no matter how far in a cave you get. It doesn't matter. Well, the Russians are finding out after the fact that, geez, we've lost 4 of our top generals in Ukraine in like 2 weeks. What the hell's going on here? And Putin's figuring out, and his we're up against the full-blown intelligence of the U.S., UK, French, German, Canadian, Danish, Netherlands. All the NATO forces have sent very sophisticated listening devices into Ukraine, are helping Ukraine from outside Ukraine to figure all this out. And we're getting picked off like one after the other. That's why we keep seeing videos on YouTube of Russian tanks rolling down the road, and all of a sudden, there's an explosion. Where did that come from? Well, some of them are from handheld shoulder-launched javelins, but others are from drones up in the skies, where they drop the armament, which has a radar system. It just zeroes right in on the tank, the personnel carrier, the rocket launcher, the fuel machine, whatever it is. They're knocking them out of there. And these Russian positions some of them are inside forests. They're inside wooded areas. Doesn't save them, because they can pick them off with detection equipment. They can figure out from up there, oh yeah, there's 20 tanks and 30 other support vehicles in those trees over there. Those trees aren't going to save the Russians. It's actually going to be a problem, because once they start blasting them from up top, these guys have no way out, because the trees are now in the way to get out of there. They're sitting ducks, and this is the attrition factor is beginning to kick in. And now the story is that Russia is bringing in, or trying to bring in, reinforcements into Ukraine, because they're running out of food reserves, fuel reserves, and frontline fighters and equipment. They have to keep it coming. And the Ukrainians are getting thousands of additional javelins, and they're getting thousands of rounds. They're getting 20 million bullets, 20 million rounds of ordnance. The Ukrainians are outsupplying the Russians. in fresh goods, food and medicines, and you name it, from the Western world. It's the West against Russia inside Ukraine, and Russia is getting its butt handed to it. Now the question will be going forward, how many more thousands of Russian troops does Russia want to send in there? Because are they going to end up with 20,000 prisoners of war? Are they going to end up with 5,000 deserters who are going to find their way back to Belarus or Russia and just give it up? And or how many deaths? It is catastrophic from the Russian side of things. It's unbelievable. Now, of course, Ukraine has, all these apartment buildings are getting hit, and these condos and shopping malls and whatnot. Yeah, the atrocities continue, but the attrition of the Russian army is so great that they are shrinking quickly, and there are now counterattacks coming from the Ukrainians. And this is where it gets interesting, because if the Ukrainians can surround, they could surround an entire, bunch of Russian troops and equipment, pound them from all sides. These guys will just give up. They'll just walk. And next thing you know, the Ukrainians have a bigger problem on their hand. They now have to feed 10,000 Russians on top of their own people with dwindling supplies. It's going to be something else. I tell you, it is an amazing thing to watch as we're getting these snippets out. There's lots of bad news out of Ukraine, and then there's some fascinating news out of Ukraine. So all of what I've just told you, is probably explaining why oil is not at $150 a barrel going to 180 a barrel. Oil will not go to $200 a barrel. Nope. Oil is going lower. Gold will go lower. Commodities will go lower because there will be a planting season in Ukraine this year. This conflict is going to last 60 more days, and it's all over. It's going to be all over, and it's going to be a negotiated deal of some kind where the Ukrainians will come up with sort of we'll be like Switzerland, we'll be a neutral country. Yeah, supplied with NATO armaments, will be neutral. We'll be the most heavily defended territory of all, and the Russians won't touch them with a 10-foot cattle prod. The question is, when will the Ukrainians decide enough's enough? We're taking Crimea back, and we're taking back our Black Sea and our other coastal back. We're going into those separatist areas, and we're going to kick ass because the Russians won't be able to defend it anymore. They're going to retreat the hell out of there. When will the Ukrainians say, enough's enough, Belarus, we're coming after you guys? We're coming in 20 miles into Europe to build a protective zone for ourselves. We're playing the Russia game. We're going to move 20 miles into your territory and put in a buffer zone because we don't like the fact that you bring tanks down here with your Russian pals. How is this going to go? This is going to be a most interesting couple of months. The idea that the Russians are going to invade Moldova, you can forget about that. The Moldovians, I call them that, I can tell you right now, they are likely loading up on these exact weapons that the Ukrainians have. They are loading up on anti-aircraft systems, anti-tank systems, and everything else, because they know what they have to do to defeat this hodgepodge Russian disorganized military. It is a joke. The Americans have got to be shocked beyond shock at the complete dysfunctional operations that the Russians have put together. Completely dysfunctional. The Germans, the Finns, the Swedes, the Norwegians, the Brits, French, Italian, Spanish, they're all going, are you kidding me? Putin, with all that power, can't take out these guys. He can't take them out conventionally. The worry is, of course, he'll go with unconventional. He'll go with chemical weapons, and he'll go with nuclear. Those are the other issues. Now, what we're wondering about out west, in the West, is will individuals inside Russia take out Putin? And that's going to be an ugly little scene there, and replace him with somebody else on a temporary basis until we have elections. Yeah, right. Will someone else replace Putin? And the first order of business is to call for a ceasefire and negotiate our way out of this mess. I really wonder what's going to happen there, because the Russian people cannot be happy with what they're witnessing, what they're seeing. The complete shutting down of all Western businesses inside Russia is going to be a devastating blow. Remember, it's only been 4 or 5 weeks. This whole invasion is barely a month on. Remember, keep in mind, we have 8-second attention spans, okay? We're expecting 5 years of developments in a month. It doesn't work that way. But it's been 1 month, and it is a total disaster from the Russian side of the point of view. A complete disaster. Yeah, it's been devastating for Ukraine, no question. But boy, are the Ukrainians coming off much better off than what people had thought, because they thought it was all over in a week or two. All over. And it's not. So we'll watch for that. Now, again, oil is under pressure and will stay under pressure because there will be no shortages. You're going to have Russia so desperate for cash that oil will be available for at least $30 under the world price any way you want it. By the truckload, the tanker load, by the boat load. Russia is open for business, the black market business in fuel. Who's the buyer? Any country bordering Russia that wants to do business with it on a cash basis. And there are a few countries, unfortunately. And then there are also the associates of Russia that will keep doing business with it, like Belarus and Armenia and a few of these other, stand countries. We'll see how all that plays out. Of course, China is the wild card. How and what is all that going to be about? But I think the Chinese are shocked right now, like the Americans are shocked at the complete ineptitude of the Russian army inside Ukraine. And the Chinese are going, wait a minute, well, just what are we talking about here? These guys have nukes, and that's all they got. You got nothing on the ground. Your air force is so like, really, because we've got systems here in China that rival America as far as anti-air and anti-weapon and so on. And we have nukes. These Russians aren't so powerful anymore. This isn't the second most difficult nuclear power army in the world. They might be 10th. What's going on here? They're getting annihilated on television. We're seeing this. So changes are happening. Things are going on at light speed over there. And these markets could be in for a turnaround of epic proportions. I'm hearing more talk as well that we've had a correction, it's over, and we're now going to slowly but surely recover these losses bit by bit by bit by bit, because as far as the Western world is concerned, Russia was a 2-bit player, a 2% factor in a 100% business environment, and not having the Russians around in the international marketplace just makes Western companies even more valuable and richer. It is going to be interesting to see how all this plays out, because when Russia comes knocking to come back into the business world, the Western powers are going to go, yeah, well, we want to see some changes on, the laws in Russia, how Western business people get arrested for no reason. How is it that Russian businesses can all of a sudden take over another business without any open books and all that? I think it's a long road back for the Russians to get back to the Western trading table. And in the meantime, the Western businesses out there are going to clean up with a lot of money, a lot of upside. And of course, Ukraine has to be rebuilt. That's going to take $1 trillion. And that's Western investment going into that area with a rather well-educated workforce. Ukraine is going to be a hotspot of activity and an interesting place to do business. In any event, the markets could well continue a climb. If oil stays under pressure, which I think it will, inflation will be tamed a lot. And the supply side thingy that we've been dealing with, we're looking for that to ease off and improve. And as that happens, prices will moderate. And the inflation will still be there. Yeah, it'll be 6-5%, not 12 or 15. That takes the heat off the Fed to raise rates aggressively. They can raise them moderately. That is the solution for a higher market. So stick around. It's going to be an interesting time, to say the least. All right, now the other elephant in the room is called GameStop. They came out with their earnings and their numbers last night and their conference call. And you know what that's like. It lasts 5 minutes. No one gets to ask a question. No answers are given. Thanks for coming. Goodbye. So we're into that game again, which is, complete frustration for shareholders and analysts, which means that are going to be very few analysts covering the story because they don't know what they're covering, because the company won't talk. They give out minimal information and they left it at that. What we gleaned, or what I gleaned from the information given, was on the good side, they have sales of over $6 billion for the full year last year. That is a billion more than the year before. Now, the year before was 2020. 2020 was the lockdown year. That was, in March, everything shut down, and it was shut down for months. 2021 was partial reopening and reopening. Now we're kind of back to reopening in 2022, right? So last year was a partial reopening year, and even with a partial reopening year, they hit $6 billion in sales, which is a billion more than 2020. And I think they matched 2019 or exceeded 2019's actual numbers, which is pre-COVID. So the company is growing its sales to pre-COVID numbers or better than pre-COVID numbers on the gross selling line. And where is this extra money coming from on sales? E-commerce, exactly. Fewer stores, because they had more stores in 2019 than they have now. I think they've dropped 1,100 shops. But the e-commerce side has picked up. They didn't break it down for us, as far as I can tell you. I'm waiting for the annual report to come out. We'll find out whenever that is and what it looks like. But at the moment, it's just preliminary numbers. Yes, they lost money. They did lose money for the year. I look at it as, they took every dollar they had coming in and put it back into the inventory. They rose their inventory levels because they figured out we're going to have supply chain problems. So we'll buy more inventory back in the third quarter, fourth quarter, before Christmas, get this into our store so we don't have empty shelves at Christmas time and in the first quarter of the new year. And that's going to cost us more because, of course, you're spending more money to get inventory in. But at the end of the day, it means our sales will be higher because we got the goods, and our inventory counts will be up, which means our asset level is higher. So we're investing in the business. We'll even invest at a loss. We'll load up the warehouses, and we'll also expand our offerings on the e-commerce side. So this is all expand mode, inventory in-house and in warehouses, to offer our clients product with minimal, hopefully, cross our fingers, minimal back orders, rather than be short and say, sorry, we're sold out, sorry, we're sold out. They don't want to miss a sale. They want to get a sale. So they're taking a lower margin on each item they're selling by loading up on these items at a higher cost, but they're thinking of the client. We don't want to say, sorry, we're sold out. We want to be the firm that always has it. We always have it. We always have it. We always have it. I view that as a positive because they're investing in themselves. They're investing in their inventory, in their company, in their vision. I get that. I also like the fact that they have no debt except for the $40 million loan that they got from France for COVID financing. That's a nothing burger. They got 1.3 billion in cash on hand. They've only dropped that by a couple $100 million. We know where that money went. It went to new offices, and it went into crypto NFT deals. They have been spending all kinds of money on software development, creating this new business of theirs. And so we have a lot to watch out for. End of the second quarter, they're saying, which I think by the end of July of this year, they feel they'll be up and running on their NFT exchange. Now, I've mentioned this briefly to you, but I'll mention it again. The crypto exchange, this NFT exchange, pardon me, which will be funded by, you can buy it with crypto or cash, whatever you want. This NFT exchange, this is an interesting little business because I like GameStop's game plan and approach here. They don't need to stock anything to be a crypto exchange or to be an NFT exchange. I keep mixing it up. You have to forgive me. I'm an old man. NFT exchanges don't need to have inventory. They only need to be an exchange. It's like the New York Stock Exchange. You use the New York Stock Exchange to buy and sell your shares in publicly traded companies. But the New York Stock Exchange doesn't own any stock in publicly traded companies. The New York Stock Exchange is populated with members of the New York Stock Exchange, which are brokerage firms and banks and so on that deal in the buying and the selling of stocks inside and at the New York Stock Exchange. Well, this is what GameStop has created. They're creating the New York Stock Exchange for NFTs. And they're going to take a slice of the action without owning any of the action. No capital is at risk for GameStop in that they have all this inventory of NFTs that they bought that they're now stuck with because nobody wants them. They get a percentage of the action of the turnover of the items, and they're trying to create the exchange of exchanges for gamers and others here. And who are they going after? They're going after their existing members of their existing clubs. They have already got 50 million plus members of their purchasing club. If you go buy something at GameStop, they ask you, do you have your GameStop membership card? Because that gives you offers online and stuff like that. They're going after those folks. They have their email addresses, 50 plus million of them. And now they've built a secondary club that's an even higher level. It's kind of like my gold member club. They've got that going. That's 6 million people. They're adding huge numbers of potential clients to their arsenal of people who are going to be possibly in this NFT club. They're going straight to them, first of all. Now, these folks are already customers of GameStop. They're already into GameStop gaming. They're going to get, if they can get 3% penetration of those people to be into the NFT thing in any kind of way whatsoever, curiosity, what have you, they even 1%, I think they got themselves something that's pretty cool. And again, it is all digital. There is no warehouse needed. There's just servers needed and software needed to handle the exchange between buyer and seller. And so they're attracting sellers. They're going to attract buyers. They're going to attract interest in their exchange. And they're going to launch it big time. And I can just imagine that every single week, people will be bombarded with new emails from GameStop on the new exchange and the new offerings that are available. And every time you make a transaction through the exchange, they have your email address to keep bombarding you with your next transaction. This is a self-growing out system here. I love it. I really do. I'm beginning to get it. And I'm old. I'm ancient, and I get it. You're not going to hear anything at all positive from anyone anywhere out of Wall Street. All right, you're not. The hatred and the loathing will continue. All right, CNBC doesn't give a crap about these guys. Fox Business doesn't give a crap about these guys because they don't bring anyone to the camera to talk on the air with them. No one from the company will speak. And so CNBC is frustrated because they can't get an official quote from anyone within the company. Whereas, as you know, as I've told you, whenever GameStop does want to say something about whatever they're doing, they go to friends of theirs in the press and vloggers and bloggers. And out come dozens of articles all over the place, all about GameStop's new venture. This is the new normal. Get ready for that to continue. That is my hunch and my gut guess on what we're going to see going forward. So yeah, the stock is $79.39 right now. It's down $8. So it's a nothing burger, man. It's down $8. Big whoopee doo. I mean, the stock was 74 the other day, wasn't it? Just down there a couple days ago. So what? This is a nothing burger. The entity is not going under. They're not delisted. They're going to continue to grow out their e-commerce side of things with expanded products. They've moved into different brand names, and they're going to continue to do that. They have 50 million plus people to promote that to, and they are. And they have the inventory in the warehouse. They've got Reno going. They've got Pennsylvania going. Now they're opening up high-tech centers across the U.S. Customer care center in Florida. These folks are serious and they're not going to stop where they are now. And here comes the next wave, which is NFT, crypto, combo, something. And again, I can't explain it to you in minutia detail because I'm the wrong guy to talk about it, but I certainly get it. You're creating a business within a multi tens of billions of annual transactions, maybe hundreds of billions of transactions, and you're looking to get your percentage of the action. And I'm looking at it going, hey, man, they sold what? $6 billion worth of stuff last year. 500 million a month was their average last year. And they're going into a $400 billion market here and a $100 billion market there and a $50 billion market. I don't know the full size of what the market is going to be on NFTs and the crypto thing and all that, but I can bet you that 5 years ago, what people were looking at, what the business would be like versus 3 years ago, versus a year ago, it has gone up and up and up and up and up. And now the let's say sophisticated Wall Street firms are admitting, yeah, this NFT, there's a business there. Oh yeah, there's a business in crypto. There's a business here for an exchange. We get it. Yeah, that's a big pot they could go after. And I'm thinking, if they got a percentage point of the business, that 6 billion in sales they're doing now will be blown out. It'll be 20 billion. These guys are trying to enter a market that is so much larger than the market they're in. I think they're going to they could get a D grade, a grade of D, and still make a ton of money. I don't think that's what's happening. I think Mr. Cohen and his people have specifically and strategically targeted the kind of people that can take this new business and get a piece of the action. And it'll be interesting to see just how big a piece they end up getting and the kind of numbers they generate on the gross end. Um, a couple of years from now, if they're doing 15 billion in sales, 7 or 8 billion from the stores and e-commerce, 7 or 8 billion from the NFT exchange and crypto markets, they're going to be making a lot of money. This stock isn't going to be $80 a share. No. And I wonder if down the line they get to the point where the sales are 30 billion, stores are a fraction of what it was, and they basically sell off the stores to some kind of a franchise operator or something else. They just get out of the retail side completely and simply and strictly go digital. They'll go like Chewy. I kind of wonder how that's going to go. I don't know. Too early to say and irrelevant at the moment. At this point in time, today, we're going to see how the shares perform. We've had 100,000 shares trade today, 107,000. That's it. That's all that's traded this morning, 107,000. Are there millions of shares for sale? Nope. Is every shareholder of GameStop dying to get out because it's a huge disappointment? Nope. The group that owns this stock, they know a couple of things. One, they know the sales went up 20%, 5 billion to 6 billion. The other thing they know, they've been hearing this now, and we've been getting this story. 15% of all shares free floating are shorted. That number has gone up lately. That has gone up. As these shares have backed off, the short sales have increased. And we all know what that means, what that could mean if it gets higher. There could be rather violent upswings on the stock with enough buying coming in here. And this is a meme stock. It has, who doesn't know about GameStop? Every investor out there has heard the name now. A lot of them know the symbol now. And there are a lot of folks out there going, yeah, I keep hearing about all this bad news, but you know what? If you read between the lines, you're kind of seeing stuff happen here. Good stuff going on here. There's some good stuff happening here. It's not all dire predictions and this talk 2 years ago that they were on the last legs and about to go under, that isn't going on anymore. That's long gone. These guys have no debt. They have no debt. AMC has debt. Bed Bath Beyond has debt. Other companies have. These guys have no debt. So higher interest rates. So what? That's not going to matter to GameStop. It's not like they're $2 billion in the hole and they got to go back to their banker and now borrow money at 10% to stay alive. They don't have any loans with bankers. They got cash in the bank. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And would GameStop possibly be a buyer of other businesses as the year goes on here, going into NFT and crypto? Could it be that GameStop is a buyer of other businesses to add to its business, which grows its sales, grows its cash flow, grows its assets under administration? Lots to talk about here, lots to wonder about. These guys are not going to, collapse and go away quietly or anything like that. These remaining analysts, I heard this morning that Wedbush this morning downgraded the stock. No kidding. They called the stock a $30 stock. No kidding. Gee, when have we heard that before? Always. They've never ever valued it at more than $45 a share. So I mean, how you want to listen to these guys? Really? Wedbush is going to make my decision final on games? I don't think so. No. I mean, this is an analyst that has been completely negative on the company 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Always sell, sell, sell. Get out, get out, get out. So thanks. There's 3 analysts left that follow it. You can't count on the analysts. We're on our own. But we have to look at the big picture and ask ourselves, okay, well, where's GameStop really at and where are they really going? And that's what we've been doing anyway, haven't we? For the last, year? Been trying to figure out where they are, where they're headed, where could they go. We now have a clearer picture. Believe it or not, with yesterday's very cryptic little, phone call, we actually have a clearer picture of kind of where they're headed. And I admit, I haven't got a problem with the fact that they cleaned house, as we know, from a year ago to now, or a year and a half ago. This company, a year and a half ago, everyone in that executive suite in Grapevine, Texas, they're gone. There's very few people left from a year and a half ago. They're all gone. They're all new people. The boardroom, all different people. The upper management, they're all different people. Has everyone been successful? No. But what has the company been able to do? They've eliminated exorbitant salaries. They've eliminated ridiculous stock options to people. They've completely turned that around. They've hired people with coming to the company who are going to be paid in stock, but the stock has to be over 150 to make it work. They're not giving away $10 stock to people to come on in here. None of that garbage is going on. The corporate jet is gone. The perks are gone. We're down to a company that is now a 2022 tech company, and it's a tech company now. It's not a brick and mortar company anymore. It's a tech company now. This company has been completely transformed. Listen to what they said. Read the announcement, what they're talking about. Look at what they concentrate talking about. They're not talking about brick and mortar stores as their key thing to their survival. It isn't. It is a minority of the company now. It's just a small piece. This company is a tech entity, and it's run by some pretty smart people, ruthless people. I think they're going to be, they have no emotion and no emotional connection to the GameStop of 5 or 10 years ago. It's all forward thinking. And so goodbye old days, which means these analysts keep looking back and they're not looking forward, and they're not giving credit to the current management of what their objectives are and where they're going forward to. I get it. If you've been a negative follower of GameStop for 5 years, you're still going to be a negative follower of GameStop. You're one of those people that says, you show me the results and I'll talk about it. Well, their sales are up $1 billion, but now everyone has an excuse. Oh yeah, but. Oh, they're up $1 billion, but. Go ahead, do all that. In the meantime, I'm going to move forward the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 9 months, and check out GameStop from here, not from 2016 to 2020. I'm not interested in those days because that doesn't pay my bills. It doesn't pay your bills. Where's this thing going? What's this stock great for? Writing call options. That's what this stock is really good for. And some of you out there have written call options in the last few days, all this week, and you might have yourself a little buyback here, and you'll be able to do some more writing. Let's see how the shares react. They could sit at 75 to 80 for half the day today and then close at 80, 85. They could theoretically go to 83, 85 right away and then come back to 80, 78, and then go up to 90. I don't know the instant everything, but we'll watch the volumes, we'll watch the volatility, and we'll just kind of stick around. But option writing is always available no matter what the stock is. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right. Welcome all to the show. 20 minutes to go before we open up. So we've talked about Ukraine, the oil market, the big market, GameStop. Oh my God, I'm a busy man here. I got lots to talk about. The upset old man, they call me. That balding guy, that bald guy, that grumpy old bald guy. That's who we're talking about. If you're asking, have you ever heard of Stock Market with Bruce? Oh yeah, I heard of him. He's that old bald guy, right? He's always pissed off. Yeah, I know that guy. I heard of him. We're watching the markets. We're noticing that the Dow is down 175, S&P down 27.75, NASDAQ down 102. We're down a half a percentage point to 0.7% on the big three markets. Oil at this second is up 45 cents a barrel, and that's all it's up. 45 cents a barrel at 103.43, and I think that is shaky at 103. I don't know if we can even hold 100 through the day today. We'll see. Pfizer is up 3 cents this morning to 54.27. I've been watching that. Some folks are into Pfizer call options. This stock has had a bit of a nice little run here lately from the 46, 7, 8 range up to this level, along with the rest of the market. We've had some nice gains here. But I am wondering if today we're going to run into a little bit of profit taking because we've had such a nice run across the board. One has to wonder, what are we going to get and where are we going to go with it? With the Dow down 175 pre-market, NASDAQ down 102. Look, I can see a couple hundred points of downside through the day today being here. I don't know if every single stock in the Dow 30 will continue to go higher. I doubt it. There will be some reflection, and there may be some profit taking. On Pfizer, we're at 54.27 right now, and a couple of days ago we were 52.25. A day or so before that we were at 49.20. A couple of days before that we were 47.40. A pullback into the 52 level would not be out of the question, and rollovers are doable on Pfizer if any of you out there are sitting on contracts that expire today. Certainly, and you want to buy back calls at book value only, if at all possible, and write new calls going down a bit. I like these April 14s. These April 14s look good to me. There's a lot of open interest over there, so the spreads between bid and asks are nice and tight. Other stocks to watch: Microsoft. We're down 231 right now, 292.92. We got up to 295. We're close to 295.22 last night. If any of you wrote 300s or 295s, keep an eye this morning on your Microsoft. You might see a nice pullback. You'll be able to buy back your calls, and then sit back and see if the shares want to recover later today. Right again for next Friday, 298s, 300s, something like that. ARC Innovations closed at 62.93 last night. We're at 62.16 right now, down 78 cents. Same thing here. Sell into strength, but try to write out of the money calls. So writing 64, 65, 66s next week. Not a bad idea. Let's see how the market behaves in the first half hour. Cisco is down 38 cents to 55.80. We were at 56.17 last night. Again, writing 57s and 58s and 59s for next week might be the play there. Goldman Sachs closed at 343. We've gained about 20 points, $20 this week. We're at 339 right now, down 427. Look for a dip this morning. See what kind of a dip you get. Those of you who've written calls already, I know that some of you wrote in 340s, 345s, 350s even. look for dip, and if you get a dip, great, take it. And if it then wants to climb back up, you'll write again. Apple down $1.13 to 159.49. 160 closed last night. We were down into the high 140s, low 150s all this week. The talk was that all is fine in China. It's okay. The Foxconn factory is open again. And then we hear, well, it's kind of open. Well, it's partially open. Well, it's open, and we've created a bubble, and we won't let people go home. We're making them stay in the factory, and they're kind of sleeping there and working there. Oh, it's just got to be a happy place, don't you think? It's just got to be full of joy and wonderment. Can you just imagine being a slave to the Chinese government, working at Foxconn to make iPhones for us Westerners? You just can imagine how much they love us with these. This stock could get hit. I'm not saying Apple is in trouble. I'm not saying Apple is overpriced. I'm not. But I'm just being realistic. We've had an $11, $12 gain on Apple. We're now pushing 160. This is a perfect place to write options for next week or the week after or the week after. Look at writing 160s, 162s, 163s, taking some premiums here, and watch for a couple of weeks to see if the shares back off to 150. I'm just saying be reasonable on a possible slight pullback, and you'll make money. As far as depreciation of the contract, yes, and maybe on a stock price pullback for sure. There we are. 79.79 is the final or the current trade on GameStop in the pre-market. 138,000 traded. That's all there is. We'll watch for this. We'll see what happens. This opening will be tentative. It'll be choppy. We may have 100-point swings in the Dow in the first 15, 30 minutes. Get ready. Don't be surprised. It's all right. We now have 149 thumbs ups on this telecast. The ranting bald guy has reached 149 thumbs ups. I thank you. If you could kindly help that poor balding man out with some more thumbs ups, I would really appreciate it. Let's get us over 200 before we open up the trading. We're at 150 right now, 151. Here they come. You guys are awesome. Help me out with some more thumbs ups, and let's get this show some traction over there on YouTube so that people can get the goods as to what's really going on in plain English rather than being lied to or being sold some fantasy things about what's going to happen with their stocks. I just cringe at what some others are saying out there. It blows my mind. We're up 176 now. Here we go. They're coming in 179, 21 away from 200. You guys are awesome. I find it unbelievable. I can't understand it. I do understand it, but I can't fathom it that there are intelligent people out there in the YouTube world watching creators who have never been a broker, who have never been in the investment business for a living, who have never had a securities license, who have no idea what the due diligence factor is in the back office regarding disclosure of insider selling rules or how markets actually function. They have no idea what a trading desk is. They would never know what a floor trading operation looks like. And there are people out there who have hundreds of thousands of viewers following every little word they say about what the market's going to do. And these folks have never been in the business. It just fries my brain that there are millions of YouTubers following a whole bunch of these people. This is global. I'm not talking about America, Canada, Europe. I'm talking everywhere. India, Pakistan, Asia, everywhere. There are so many bunk channels out there that are hosted by individuals that have never been in the investment business, never been in it. All they've done is maybe they buy and sell stock themselves, and now they're experts because they're buying stock themselves. Like, give me a break. Unbelievable. Again, I don't have time to watch all these others, but I hear about them, and people ask me about this, and they talk to me about this, and I just I'm going, are you kidding me? Here's the good news. I guess this is the good news. And not to blow my own horn, but I'm going to compliment you folks that are watching me here. I think personally, just my hunch, that most of you who are here because you enjoy the fact that I just tell it the way I think I tell it the way it is, and that's what you believe I'm doing. So great, because that's what I want you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tell you the way it is in a plain English format. That's number one. But number two, I'm trying to help you folks make money in this market. And these aren't pleasant markets lately, are they? They're not pleasant at all. Even with up days, they haven't been that pleasant, have they? I don't sit here and promise you the world that you're going to become millionaires on stocks. I'm not here to promote to you some mother of all short squeeze possibilities that are just going to transform your life. None of that bunk is being talked about here. This is costing my channel subscribers because I won't be a dream merchant and lie to you. Because there are people out there so desperate for a hit, a win. They want someone to look them in the camera, look them in the eye, and say, you buy this, you're going to get rich. I won't do that because that is not real life. That is pretend world, and that is misleading you down a garden path of sorrow. And I'm just not interested. I'm here to talk to you about the day in and day out grind that this market really is. And you folks are hearing this old man talk to you from experience from the 70s, the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2000s, from the street, from the brokerage community. I'm talking to you as an old broker, an old desk trader, an old branch manager, VP of a brokerage firm. I'm telling you what I used to talk about to my salespeople, my brokers, who then talk to their clients. And I'm hoping that that is getting through to you folks, and you're realizing this is an industry guy talking to me. This is not some promoter, get rich quick guy, whatever. This is just an industry person telling me the hard realities. He sounds like my dad and my uncle and my grandpa used to sound, because these old farts that I used to listen to when I was a kid, they would talk about the old days, and you had to put the work in to get the results, and that's what I am, and that's how I'm coming up. I know that's how I'm coming up, but that's the way I want it. That's the way I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not. This is not a pretty little channel with fancy little graphics. This ain't a pretty little channel with all kinds of stock quotes that you can watch. You've got your own machines. You've got your own devices to watch your quotes. I'm just here to comment on what the hell is going on and try to interpret it for you. All right. And if I can help you make money, yes, great. And how we do it is you're a long-term investor in certain stocks that I like to follow, fine. And or you're becoming an option writer. And if you're going to become an option writer and you're going to get serious about it, you're going to make money. You're going to make money. And if you're reading these people's comments over here, these people are paying to be here. Everyone who's over here is putting money on the counter every week to be part of this channel. So when they tell you what they're doing, they're not making it up. They're paying to be here. They're not here for free, because I don't have the ability to offer this for nothing. If I opened this up for free, I'd be drowning in hate and threats and trolls and garbage. These people here are trading the market. They're writing options, they're buying them back, they're learning how to do it. And a number of these folks here, their lives have been completely altered from where they were 6 months ago, a year ago, a year and a half ago. It's been a complete ride for these folks, a phenomenal ride. And it's one day at a time, 1 week at a time, one trade at a time. It's how it's done. There are no lottery tickets in the stock market, kids. You think you read stories about it, you think it exists, you can forget about it. There are all kinds of channels out there that will let you think that you're just one trade away from making the big score. Forget about it. It ain't happening. Unless you've got, I can show you how to make $1 million if you have $1 billion. but I can't help you make $1 million if you got 15 bucks to your name. No one can. And anyone says they can, they're full of it. You know it. I know it. We know that. Okay? I'm the old man that rants away and talks to you about what's happening on the markets in plain English. That's all I am. And I hope you like it. I hope it's okay. You gotta toughen up, kids. You gotta get a thicker skin and take the abuse of this market, because sometimes it ain't pretty and it isn't nice. This market is no man's friend. All you got to do to be successful in this market, honestly, I'm telling you this a million times. I will never stop telling you this. You have to be smarter than your competition. You have to know more about the market than the other people in the market. That's it. You need to be in the top 50% to be a winner. To be a consistent winner, you need to be in the top 25% of knowledge, day trading, trading patterns, bid-ask scenarios, depreciation of contracts, momentum of the markets. You have to study this market from many, many angles. I'll do the best I can to help you get there and interpret it as we go. If you really want to make money, and I mean you want to be in the top end, you've got to be smarter than 90% of the rest of them. And that means you've got to put some time into this thing. You cannot be a successful trader watching me for 15 minutes a day, taking one of my lessons on my website and going, there it is. I gave him $100. I watched one of his lessons for 2 hours. I listened to him 5-10 minutes a day. Now make me thousands of dollars, buddy. Doesn't work that way. No. You want to become a successful lawyer and go to Harvard, drop $250,000 for 5 years of study and more, postgraduate and everything else, you're probably going to drop $500,000. You want to become a top-notch economist, you want to become a top-notch industrialist, you want to become a top-notch, and then anything else, go to any of the other schools out there and drop $250,000 to $500,000 over the next 5 to 10 years and work for a decade to get a job someday with a degree. You want to learn how to write options and make some money over here? I have 12 lessons for $100 each. Watch one at a time whenever you want. I don't care. It's up to you. If you're really serious, become a member of this channel. Become part of the crowd here. Check out these classes at your leisure, at your pace. It's not a race. Watch a lesson a week. Watch a lesson a month. Whatever you want. You don't have to send me $1,000 up front to take my lessons. One at a time. It's $100 a pop. Go to stockmarketwithbruce.ca and enjoy yourself. You're going to figure this out. You're going to realize that when you watch my lessons, you're going to go, oh, what? I didn't know that. What? I didn't know that. I never knew that existed. You're going to learn so much stuff. You're just going to go, I got to watch this again. I can't believe what I'm figuring out here. The revelation that these folks have had here, so many of these people here have had the, oh my God moment. They'll tell you without reservation, time and time again, I had my oh my God moment. And they've completely changed their philosophy on how they invest in the markets. You got to become a top 10%er. It's not like there's only 1,000 people in the top 10%er. There's a million of them. There's more than a million of them. You can become a top 10%er out of the 500 million people that are out there. I want you to become one of the 50 million smartest. If I can get you to that level, it'll take a while, but I'll get you there. You will make money. And that's the bottom line. You want to quit your day job? Really? You really want to quit your day job? Well, think about it. How much knowledge do you have to do your day job? How much experience have you got for your day job? That what it pays you to do what it is you do. I'm trying to tell you, you might be able to quit that day job and do what these folks are doing here. But, maybe you want to invest a couple of months of your time to learn how to do this. Maybe, invest a little into a life-changing situation. Welcome to the party, pal. It's time to make money, okay? Nice to have you here. I am the angry old man with no hair. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're about to open up at 7:30 here. We're a minute away from cranking this market open. Let's see what it's going to do for us today. We're here to make money. And I'm so glad you could join me. Let's see if this market wants to give us something. I'm still showing down 194 on the futures. for the Dow, down 31 S&P, down 109 on NASDAQ. That's what I was showing. We're going to find out here how the market really wants to open up as we get going. I believe our friend Larry is now in jury duty. He may not be able to hit the opening bells anymore, so we're kind of on our own here. So let's just try to make some dough. It's nothing personal. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not upset. We're just here to make money. And that's all. We're just trying to make some money, trying to figure out how to make money, stay on top of these markets and make a few bucks. And it's all fine. It's all good. No problem. We'll have apple pie and ice cream later. Let's make money now. Okay. Costco always has apple pie and ice cream. Don't worry about it. You can always get that. No shortages. There's no shortages of apple pie and ice cream. It's all good. All right. I think we're up and running. We're in the deal, baby. Thank you all. DQ, thank you for the bells this morning. DQ was there for us out of Pittsburgh, one of the most incredible cities on the face of the earth, Pittsburgh, PA, and some fantastic people in Pittsburgh. Fantastic, including a pretty good hockey team and football team, apparently. Pretty good. Thank you all for being here. Let's make some money. Austin, hello there. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, baby, let's go. I want to rock. Oh my gosh. Let's see how this market opens up this morning. I'm showing down 115 on the Dow at the moment. It's going to take 10-15 minutes to settle in. We need to give the markets a little bit of time. GameStop, I'm showing at 80.56, down 7.14 a share at the moment. This is going to settle in. Some of you have written call options. I'm expecting you to have already put in your stink bids. In some cases, you might be putting in stink bids now for the next 5-10 minutes, and be cheap. Be cheap on your stink bids. Don't be generous on your stink bids. Don't be a nice guy. Okay, put in bids that work for you. Otherwise, don't bother, because these markets will fluctuate. And what you want is, on a day like today with option expiry day, anyone that's long an option, that owns an option, they're panicking right now. Their options die today. They die at the bell today. Every minute that goes by now, anyone who owns an option has a depreciating asset by the minute. All right? This sucker is going to die this afternoon no matter what. It's either in the money, at the money, or it's out of the money. The shares are either below the option strike price, at it, or above it. And if you are short options, you are in the power position. Don't think that you're the weakling here. You're the person with the power, because you can buy back your contracts if you want to roll into other contracts. So don't be afraid that your short options and they die this afternoon and oh my God. No, you're the power person here. You've got the money. You were given the money when you sold your contract. Now, you might be down on it a little bit because it's a little higher. You might be even, you might be ahead. Not to worry. Keep an eye on your markets. Keep an eye on your stocks. Put in some cheap stink bids and let the market come to you. Let the desperate sellers come to you. Because if they want out of their options, they've got to sell to whoever's willing to buy them. And if you're the only bidder, they have to sell to you. There's nowhere else to go. It sometimes happens where an option has a value of, say, $5, but the best bid is $4.55. It's a stink bid above the $4.50 bid. There's a $4.55 stink bid. It's you. You're the only buyer, and it's a $4.55 market now. And the seller wants out bad. They will hit that $4.55 bid for 45 cents less. They'll get out. That's $45 a contract in your pocket instead of someone else's pocket. You know, you multiply that by 10 or 20 contracts. $450, $900 your direction. Hello, can you pay bills with $900? I can. I'm sure you can too. Keep an eye on these markets. Absolutely. Do not worry about options not coming to you right away. Put in your stink bids and just sit there and be ruthless. Max E, thank you so much for this. Society tries to attach our worth to having a job. This is a sickness. You are the antidote. Happy Friday all. Thank you, Max, for this donation on Super Chat. They're all gratefully accepted. And of course, all of you who send me PayPal donations, you guys are the best. You probably have noticed that when I do get a PayPal donation, I don't tell you the amount. I'll mention perhaps who it is. Sometimes I get messages saying, "Don't even mention it. I just want to send you this. I don't want anyone to know. I just thank you, and I do my best to not reveal when I'm not supposed to." Other times, I get people who say, "No, I'd love it if you told everybody that I sent you a donation. I would love it because I want to encourage others." So again, thank you, all of you, whether you're sending us a super chat or a PayPal or giving us thumbs ups and you're subscribing and you're telling friends about this channel. That's great. All of that support. We love you. We do. Thank you. We're down 172 on the Dow right now. Rocket Lab is up a nickel. SoFi is up 3 cents. GameStop 81.75 down 5.95. AMC down 6 cents. Matterport is down 2 pennies. ME is up 4. Spire is down 1 cent. ATIP is down 4.5. SmartRent down 2, and Cyxtera is down 4 cents. We don't have a lot going on at the moment. Pfizer right now unchanged. Watch that carefully. I had noticed that Pfizer was up a little bit this morning at 54.50, then down to 54.21, now at 54.26. We'll watch for that. Also, other stocks we're watching: Microsoft up down $1.15, IBM down $1.25, Home Depot down 29 cents, Vanik down 146, Apple up 16 cents, Goldman down 416 to 339, Cisco unchanged, Facebook down 2 cents, Amazon down $1, Tesla up 73 cents, Google down 22.50. A very mild, very meek opening. Everyone's wondering, what direction are we going? Where are we headed? We're down 118 on the Dow. Is this bad? Is this not so bad? Is this about to get bad or about to get better? Ooh, what's going on? S&P's down 8 points, nothing serious. NASDAQ is down 27, nothing serious. We're down 1/5 of a point on the NASDAQ. On the S&P, the Dow's down 0.36 of a percentage point. So we're watching tentatively, carefully. Oil is up 93 cents to 103.98. Doesn't seem to be going too far too fast. That's where we're at right now. So GameStop opening down 9.14, a little bit more for the SSR to kick in all day. Yep, GameStop's low was 78.95. And that was, $4 lower. So it was down over 8. We might have broken the 10% barrier. I'm not exactly sure if we did or not. Awfully close. 83.24 last trade on GameStop. Volume 780,000. More than normal, but not heavy. Not heavy. We do not have an exodus for the doors at the moment. Now, the question on GameStop is, the first half hour, we might do this, and then we get weaker because selling just keeps coming? Or does the selling evaporate and it goes up to 87, 88 and then begin to climb again and then back off later today? This is an all-day thing, and there'll be a lot of reflection over the weekend as to what people are going to do. Okay, let's see what happens. Thank you, everybody. I got my 851 SoFi bid in, says Smoke Dog. I'm looking for a deal here. SoFi 904, up 12 cents. I'm happy to report it's going to have a higher up. DQ, I bought back my GameStop calls on a stink bid. I sold at $5.89. I bought back at under 50 cents. Well, even if he paid 50 cents a share, a contract, he sold them for $589 each, paid $50 to get them. That's a $540 profit on contracts, and I suspect they were written this week. Not bad. You did 5 of them. It's $2,500 this week. Why are you working? Kent, done. Bought it back. Beautiful job. 99 Nation videos, max, high 5. Way to go. Interesting move on GameStop, says Splair. Inderman bought back. Splair, it was shorty at 82 and something. Michael, DQ SoFi closing in over 9 today, maybe? What do you think? Splair, bam! SoFi's moving again, going past 9. 906, up 15 cents. Karim, I'm out of my 85s. Let's go. There we go. People are buying their calls back on GameStop. So Nicholas, SoFi hits 9. Let's go, says Nicholas. Yeah, baby. Alberto, Uncle, and Bagel Gang, good morning. I'm here. You can begin now. Beautiful. Bobby, over 9. Time to call it a week. Start the weekend. SoFi, you done good. Let's go. Moderna, nice little pop to start the day. Well, apparently they're seeking their approval for another shot. And we've got Moderna right now sitting at Takes me a while to find it. It's up 760 at 175. That is the best level in a while for Moderna. My goodness. Looking, it's the best, way highest level for a month, without a doubt. We haven't seen this kind of pricing since about January 18th, 19th. This has been a while for Moderna to come back here. Nice to see it. Fantastic. It's been a while. We're down 171.90 on the Dow, 13 on S&P, 36 on NASDAQ. A little dip again. We're up 7 on Rocket Lab, 12 on SoFi to 904. We're 874 on Rocket Lab. SoFi volume now 3.19 million. Kind of quiet, and yet up 11. GameStop 82.81. We touched a high today on GameStop of 84.14. We're at 83.04 right now. And we're going to watch this closely, as we always do. Volume 974,000. GameStop 83.09 right now on the stock. Matterport 784 down a penny. ME 392, 393 up a dime on ME on 200,000 volume to start the morning. Spire down 4.5 cents to 196.5. ATIP 170.5 down 4.5 cents. SmartRent 660 down a nickel. Cyxtera 1132 down 4 cents. Pfizer 5402 down 22, slipping now a little bit. The low on Pfizer 53.98, and if we break through that, we're going lower. So we're watching Pfizer closely. We have friends of ours watching that stock, as am I. Robinhood up 20 cents. Vanik down 260. Home Depot down 251. IBM down 139. Microsoft down 175. Apple down 46. Goldman 375 lower. Cisco down 12. I get the impression the market's going lower because these losses are growing on some of these FANG stocks and big cap stocks. We might be backing off a little bit more. Not a surprise 20 minutes into the morning. Down 154 on the Dow, 14 on S&P, 42-point loss on NASDAQ, 0.3 to 0.44% lower. Welcome one, welcome all. Oil 104.15 up 117. Alrighty, let's see what's happening here. We're trying to watch this market. Yep, DQ, yes. My GameStop contracts were sold on Wednesday. Bought them back today, over $500 a contract in 2 days. I charge $100 for a class on my website. This guy just pulled in $500 a contract. He's going to do these trades for the rest of his life. Unlike Mr. Takagi at the Nakatomi Plaza, who won't be joining us for the rest of his life. DQ will be doing these trades for the rest of his life. And he has made an investment in himself, and it is now paying off wonderfully. And I invite you to join DQ and others. Check out my classes and become a part of this channel. Learn how to write stock options. This is what it's all about. All right. What else is going on here? DQ, nice work. GameStop contracts got crushed, says DQ. Mirko just bought back, just bought 6 GameStop covered calls back. 85 cents to 91 cents each, all sold between $6 and $7 to buy back 51 to 71 cents. Nicely done. A very nice profit as well. Mirko, way to go, buddy. Alberto Nazareth, let's go. All written this week and one last Friday, says Mirko. Nicely done. Thanks, folks. About darn time I did something right. There you go. Alberto, Mirko, nice. I think there isn't as much SoFi around as people have been nibbling it all up. SoFi 917 up 26 cents. There is no stock for sale here. I was just seeing the same. I was just seeing it. 99 Nations, Uncle Bruce, volume way up on GameStop, almost 5 times normal. Jason, SoFi, look at that. Uncle Bruce, I'm starting late this morning, but scooped some GameStop at the low price to get another 100 shares. When do we start writing covered calls again? Exactly. Let this stock do itself, do its flushing out. Let it do this. It's got to figure its bottom here. And if it starts going into the 90s, great. We'll see later this afternoon, maybe Monday. We're going to figure it out. Zed, good morning, Bagel Bros. Bros smashing in at 235. Thumbs up, number 235. Thank you, Zed. Zed Estate for being here. Thumbs ups, 235 already. This is great stuff, guys. Thank you for popping in here and saying hello to us. Um, Glad to have you. I love it. 54.03 on Pfizer, down 21 cents. We're watching that one. We're watching the markets. The Dow down 159. We're off 13 on the S&P, down 30 on NASDAQ. Oil up 160 now to 104.58. We're going to watch that closely. We've got Rocket Lab up a dime. We got SoFi up 22 cents to 9.13. We got GameStop down 507 to 82.63. The low of the day was 78.95. The high was 84.14. We're at 82.54 on GameStop. AMC 15.16 down 3. Matterport 7.90 up a nickel. ME 3.95.5 up 12.5 cents. We've got Spire now at 198.5, only down 2.5 cents. ATIP down 3 cents to 172. SmartRent 661 down 3 cents, and Sextera up 15 cents to 11.51. All right, there you go. That's what we're watching right now. Lots of activity going on here. 54.08 on Pfizer. Low that a 53.94 on Pfizer. We've had some negative trading there. We might get some more. We're watching everything at the same time. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you all for popping in here and catching your buddy Uncle Bruce. Hope I'm not making anybody mad today. Hope everyone's getting ready for a weekend, a good weekend. I just love seeing folks picking up options today on option expiry day. It's a payday every Friday around here. It's a beautiful thing. Loving this. Nazareth saying, I forgot today's triple witching day. Volume should be up today. I think that's a couple of futures expiring at the same time, including options. So interesting stuff. See how all this works out. 83.62 on GameStop right now. 83.31. We're really jumping here. Volume of 1.14 million on GameStop, down 439, 83.31 at the moment on GameStop. Do not be surprised if we see $2 or $3 or $4 swings on GameStop. Just do not be surprised if in 5 minutes it drops $5 a share. Just do not be surprised. It's possible. Just saying. We're down 158 on the Dow. We're down 12 on S&P, 8 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's coming on, but the Dow's backing off. We're kind of watching this. The Dow, the stocks are trying to digest a 3-day rally, and we've got swings here on some of our stocks. 83.54 on GameStop. Watching here, Vanik down to 182, Home Depot down 271, IBM off $1.50, Microsoft down 91, Apple down only 15 cents, Goldman down 311, Cisco down 15. Facebook is up 80 cents, Amazon is down 80 cents, Tesla's up 9.50, and Google's down $25. Got a lot of movement here. Target is off, JP Morgan off a little bit, Costco down a couple of bucks, Walmart off 50 cents, Nvidia holding a 760 gain. American Airlines down 2 pennies, Netflix up 3, Moderna up 950 to 177.77. I'm really happy to see Moderna do that. We have a friend here who needs that stock to go up, and it is. Okay, hey Alberta, what's going on? Asks Duncan. Nicholas, SoFi is running. The shorters are shaken. 928 on SoFi, up 37 cents. I like to see this. We got volume on SoFi now of 6 million in 28 minutes or something like that, 18 minutes. So we got 6 million traded. Way to go, SoFi. 926, up 35. 84.50 on GameStop right now, down 320 a share at the moment. Pfizer holding on, 54.31 with a slight gain. Those of you out there who have to do rollovers today, I want to caution you and I want to remind you a couple of things about rollovers. The reason you're doing a rollover on an option that you've written is because the option has gone up in value, because the stock, the underlying stock, has also gone up in value. And so you're actually richer because the position you had in whatever stock you had has gone up, and that's caused the option to go higher. The key here is if you're going to do a rollover, you're trying to buy back your contract as low as price as possible. You're trying to stay ahead of the lowest bidder So if there's a bidder for $5, you're a 505 bidder. If there's a buyer at 555, you're a 560 bidder. If the shares back off 10, 15 cents, you pull your bid back and back off 10, 15 cents because you're following the market with your bid ask as the market is moving up and down, especially on expiry day like today. Most contracts that are in the money, because most rollovers are because stocks are in the money, options are in the money. You're trying to buy your contract back for as close to or at book value or less. That's what you're trying to do. So if the book value is 575, but the highest buyer is 550, you go 555 bid. Even though the contract's worth 575, you go 555 bid. You're the best buyer there is. But you keep your eye on the stock. If the stock backs up 15 cents, you pull your buy order out of there, kill it for a while, watch and see what the market looks like after you kill your 555 bid. You may find that the best buyer now is 525, and it's a 525, 570 market. You go in at 530. You're constantly being a stink bidder. You constantly adjust for this, and as long as no one outbids you, you stay at the price you're at. So in theory, you're bidding 555 and the stock goes up 20 cents and no one is bidding higher than you at 555, you don't move. You stay at 555. Someone shows up at 560, you now go 565. Yes, if the market has gone up enough to justify that. That is how you play the stink bid game on contracts on rollover day like today. Same thing on the sell side. If you acquire some shares, some contracts that you needed to buy back, you now want to write new contracts. Now you're looking to sell at the highest price possible. So you pick your new target contract, and the market on that contract is 575 to 625. You're offering at 620. You're way up. You're a stink offerer now. You're on the opposite side of that trade. You're the cheapest seller, but you're up here. And again, you will fluctuate you'll move your bid asks, your offer price. You'll move it based on the stock's movement. Stock goes up, you will move up your ask. Stock goes down, you might move it down if someone undercuts you. If no one undercuts you, you stay at 5 whatever, 6 whatever, and wait. Only until someone's undercutting you on the offer do you want to join them. If that offer is reasonable, if there's an offer that's too low, you don't join those guys. You wait because that stock is too high. You will hold back before you offer your contracts. This is the game of stink buying and stink selling that works in your favor. And if you can get 10 cents a contract more on the buy side, you can buy for 10 cents less and sell for 10 cents higher. That's a 20-cent spread. That is $20 a contract. You multiply that by multiple contracts. That is a lot of money. And this is where my investors, my viewers score time after time after time because they are doing stink bids and stink offers on contracts on expiry day, rollover day. So keep an eye on all of that, kids. We got a lot to follow here. Oh my gosh, we are working hard today. Love this. Pfizer, 554.41 up 17 cents. It's not going very far, very fast. Keep an eye on those contracts. Always looking to make a spread and a gain on your rollovers. And that's the other secret, is adding cash to your account on a rollover while you're offering more time to do these trades. 145 is the dip on the Dow. The NASDAQ has gone green. It's up 0.1 of a point. It's 1 point higher. S&P's down 10.5. NASDAQ just went negative again, down 2.5 points. The Dow down 145 right now. I don't know if the markets are ready to take a shot higher or not. We'll watch for this. 922 on your SoFi, up 31 cents. GameStop, 85.26, 85.41, down 229 right now on GameStop. This looks like the high of the day on GameStop at the moment. 85.50 is the high of the day, and 85.41 is where we're at right at this moment in time. Volume on GameStop now is 1.38 million, still down 222 at 85.48. SoFi 921, Rocket Lab 878, Matterport 788 up 3, ME up 11 to 394, Spire still down 3.5 cents, ATIP down 1 penny, Smart Rent down 6 cents, Cyxtera up 16 cents right now. Pfizer 54.37 up 13 cents. Now only up 11 cents. Watching everything here today. Lots going on our markets. Okay. Let's see. Interesting so far, says 99. And Bobby's thinking, boy, it would be nice to have 4 or 5% daily gains on that SoFi. That'd be kind of nice. Good, says Joanne. I'm having fun. Listen to Uncle Bruce ranting. Oh, boy. Here we go. Alberto, I'm going to Florida in a couple of months. I'd like to throw $5 bills instead of singles at the strip club. Let's go, damn it. There you go. There's a practical man with practical wants, needs, and desires. Oh, man. Matterport reached $8. Well, we got there. We're at $7.94, so it's nice to see that happening. Let's go. What else going on here? DQ, Alberto. I made it rain with dollar coins. I was asked to leave. Oh, man. Alberto, DQ, with this market, I'll be throwing quarters. Let's go. It could be worse, Alberto, says Bobby. If you're Canadian, you'd be tossing up $1 and $2 coins, loonies and toonies. Dave, the Mac guy, laughed. I was doing exactly what Uncle Bruce is describing on ME Leaps before I tuned in. Let's see here. DQ, Alberto, with this market, I'm walking by Club on the way to buy ramen noodles at the grocery stores. There you go. Let's see here. What else is going on here? SoFi having a nice morning, says Goyoti. Yep, 927 right now, up 36 cents. Rocket Lab at 880, up 15. GameStop 85.66, looks like a new high on GameStop right here. 85.78 down 191. AMC at 15.46, up 28 cents. Matterport 794 up 9. High of the day $8 on 635,000. Matterport is running out of stock down here. It's great. ME 398. It too looks like it's running out of paper down here. We've hit 390. This is the high of the day, up 15 cents on 360,000. Nice to see 360,000 shares move it to the high of the day, pushing now $4 around. That's nice to see. 198 on Spire down 3. 174 on ATIP down a penny. We're down a penny on Smart Rent, and Cyxtera up 8. Pfizer just went red again, 54.18, backing off. 54.18, just had been at 54.38, and we just dropped 20 cents on Pfizer, down 7 cents. Watching that very closely today. The market, the Dow, off 160, not going anywhere yet. The Dow not yet going. We got S&P down 9, but we have NASDAQ up 21. It's a divergence at the moment. High-tech dominated NASDAQ a little better. The Dow, not so much. Down 152 on the Dow. We'll see who wins this tug of war and when. We'll see what's going on. Okay. Hey, I got a bunch of rolled up pennies and nickels. Can I toss those at the strippers? Oh, my gosh. Rob, we're 87 on the GameStop. I'm showing 88.28, up 58 cents now. GameStop has broken the negative barrier this morning. It's now up 58 cents on the morning. Those of you who were successful in buying your calls back, we're now at 89.44, up $1.74. Watch the GameStop. If you still have options that you haven't been able to buy back, worry not. Let the market do what it wants to do. Then again, if you're now looking at it, it's at 90.77, up 307 on GameStop. Nice to see. It's about time. We'll see how this reaction goes, how far it takes it. And if you bought back calls, sit back right now. Let the stock do what it wants to do, and get ready to make a position on a new right, but probably for next Friday. Let's see what happens. Let her run. We've traded 1.8 million. We're at 90.48 right now. 91.71, up $4 on GameStop. Way to go. These are the problems we need on GameStop. We need it to go up, and those of you who have options out there have to do rollovers next week. Such problems. Bring it on. 92.89, up $5. Let's go GameStop. Let's go. SoFi 931 up 40 cents. Let's go. 882 on Rocket Lab up 18. Let's go. AMC's up 57 cents. Matterport 792 up 7. ME 401. 401 on ME up 18 like a hot knife through soft butter. That $4 level did not stop the stock. Nice to see. Smart Rent just went green +4. Cyxtera +4. GameStop 92.23 up 4.53. I don't know why it's moving. I don't care. I like it to go higher. That would be fine with me. This could be a little buy wave here. It could be a little short covering. I don't know. 90.85. It will settle in. Love it. Okay. I love it. France, CNBC just gave a shout out to SoFi. The street says they're now on the know. GameStop is running, says Rob, and everyone else. Hold. Sell cover calls GameStop now? No. Loving it. Rob, please, we live in modern times. You just have to swipe your card. 99 Nations, Pfizer and Moderna tried to hide their vaccine info for 75 years lawfully and failed to seal those records in court recently. Made me raise my eyebrow. Nazareth, 92 on the GameStop. 91.93 I have right now. Lovely. Pick nose, I had a 92 expiring today. Usually don't trade in the first hour, but needed to buy it open. Feels good now. Not getting any work done today, says 9-pound taco. Nazareth, GameStop, no shares available to short. Last cost to borrow was 4.4. This might be shorts covering a little bit. Dave, which one of you keeps beating my stink bid by 5 cents? Jennifer, our favorite stocks are ripping faces off this AM, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. We've got an 883 market on Rocket Lab. SoFi, 933 up 42 cents. GameStop, 91.40 up 371. AMC's up 56 cents. We've got Matterport up 11 to 796. ME right now 399 and a half a share. Spire down 3. ATIP unchanged at 175. It has come back. Smart Rent up 2. Cyxtera up 6. Pfizer 54.05 down. Right now, 54.08 down 16 cents. Not caught up in the hype. Pfizer is backing off ever so little. The Dow down 98, which is improving. We're down 0.4 on S&P, and we're up 60 on NASDAQ. So we've got a good run on the growth side. NASDAQ, we've got the Dow sort of improving. We're watching that closely. And we'll keep an eye on everything else. Pfizer right now, 54.05 down 19 cents. All right. Rocket Lab, 883 up 18. SoFi, 932 up 41. GameStop, 91.47 up 377. Love it. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's see here. Let's take the lid off of SoFi, says Austin, right there. I can understand why you'd say that. Yes, baby. 932 up 41 cents. Loving the SoFi. Volume right now, 9 million on the morning for SoFi. Rocket Lab at 884. Volume 600,000. GameStop at 90.99. Make that 92.15 on 2.2 million. 92.15 on 2.2 million, up 445 on GameStop. Lovely. We have Matterport at 794, volume of 796,000. ME back to $4, up 17 cents, 413,000 shares. Right at the high of the day, 4 to 401. Spire 198. The high of the day, $2. The low 196. We're not moving here. 160,000. So Spire's not dropping off. ATIP 174, 175. That's the high of the day, 53,000 volume. That's all. Smart Rent up 12. Smart Rent is at the high of the day, 678 now, 12, 14 cents higher. Cyxtera 1142 has been as high as 1157 on 19,900. Pfizer 54.10 down 14 on 6.2 million at the moment. The low 53.94, the high 54.50. Now at 54.14, down a dime on Pfizer. The Dow down only 57 points. We've got S&P up 4.5. NASDAQ up 81. So far, very good market. 934 on your SoFi. High today, 936, and that's where it is right now 936 up 44 cents on SoFi on 9.2 million. We have a ways to go yet, but we like what we see. This is the best level on SoFi since March the 10th. That is 8 days ago. We've got a ways to go. We get into this 980 range. We'll be back to March 8th numbers. We get to $10. That is March the 4th since we saw that. Let's go SoFi. Okay, 934 to 936. GameStop 9106. The high was 94.27 a few minutes ago, but we're at 90.28 now on GameStop. Following this closely, 2.4 million traded. We're getting waves on these stocks. That's what we're getting right now, waves. Pfizer 54.14 down a dime. Watching that closely. Way to go, guys. I like seeing you kids make money. This is what we want to have. The Dow's down 61, 62 points. S&P down is up 3.4. It's backed off a bit. NASDAQ still up 76 right now. That's what I got. Alberto, I think that Uncle has silenced the stripper discussions. I'll see you in an hour. Rob, GameStop for next Friday, 105 currently going to 250. I think if I put in a stink offer of 5 plus, I could get hit today. Oh man, Rob, you never know. 495 maybe? I don't know. Come on, SoFi, says 99 Nation. Michael, SoFi is at 400 yet? Well on its way. Rob, looks like Marge is calling on GameStop today. Rob, 2.5 million in half an hour volume on GameStop. This is nice. It is nice. It is nice to see this. Investors are saying what they think the future of GameStop is like versus what the analysts are saying. The analysts are saying doom and gloom. The investors are going, not so fast. Not so fast, you guys. There's only three guys covering this stock, and they're all biased against it. Let's talk about the other side of this story. 91.45 up 375 right now. Rob, 495. Give me 595. Come on, just 495. Give me 595. Tons of insider buying at SoFi yesterday. Interesting. Maybe there's more today. 939 up 48. Maybe there's a whole bunch of it going on right now. That could be interesting. 939 up 48 cents on SoFi. Love this. 889 Rocket Lab up 24. I love that too. 91.29 on GameStop up 359. Let's go, baby. Let's go hotter, please. Hotter. If y'all don't mind, a little old higher would be fine by this guy. Interesting. What's going on right now? 54.19 on Pfizer down a nickel. Keeping an eye on rollover possibilities on Pfizer. Okay. We've got Rob saying, you remember last night when GameStop dropped $8 at the close in the aftermarket? Look at me now, Ma. Michael, yep, I got an email for every filing. Michael, how did you set that up? Austin wants to know. Nations, if SoFi starts hitting the 15 plus point, those options would be so much sweeter. Well, there you go. Every little bit helps. A 946 on SoFi up 56 cents. This is important. This is serious. We got movement here on 10.3 million. That's all it takes now to pop at 50 cents, 10 million volume. I remember 10 million would move at a nickel. Now it's moving 56 cents on 10 million. Thank you. 889 on your Rocket Lab up 24 cents. The Dow down 52. Watching that closely. GameStop 91.32 up 362. Everybody, thank you. Rob is saying to Austin, you can set up notifications on the SEC site, apparently, by company or person, I believe. Austin, thanks, buddy. Right on. These are the kind of things that you can get answered if you're a member of this channel. Become a member and join these kids over here. You have questions about the market. I might not have the answer, but some of these folks do. And this is where you can get some answers to questions you have, options questions, SEC stuff, trading platform advice. Become a member and invest in yourself and join this family of people. These are great folks. Going to take off, y'all. We're great this morning. Hopefully I can catch up later. Joanne, you take care today. Love to have you here as always. Going several meetings canceled today. Green stocks Friday. Can't lose. Love it. Let's go. We're down 58 on the Dow. 894 now on Rocket Lab. We're going for $9 on the Rocket Lab. We're up 30 cents. 895. Look at that Rocket Lab. 944 up 53 on your SoFi. Could we hit 10 today? Yes, we can. We're up to 90. We're at 90.57 on GameStop, up 287. The high of the day on the GameStop was 94.27. We're back to 90.72. Still up $3. AMC 15.69, up 50 cents. Matterport 802. We're back over 8, up 17 cents. We're at 405 on 23andMe, up 22.6 cents. That is a nice little move. We're at 198.5 on Spire, trying to get back to $2. ATIP is up 1.5 cents, 176.5. Slowly creeping up. Smart Rent 676 up 12. Sextera 1145 up 9. There you have it. We're down 21 points on the Dow right now. That is improving. It's the only market negative. We're 113 positive on NASDAQ. We're up 10 on S&P. We're down 11 on the Dow. So the Dow is coming on. It's about to go green at the moment. It's about to happen. So there you go. Turnaround is underway. Oil only up 9 cents again at 103.07. Oil is backing off. Good news for the markets.
Canadian dollar is backing off.
Is it really? Well, that's tied to the oil price. That's what happens. Yeah, there you go.
That happens on your resource company.
Rob has a question. He says, Uncle Bruce, now that you're here, maybe you can help with this one. This is one of those really good questions from Rob. Quick question.
The real deal.
Sure. What's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything?
Oh.
Buy low, sell high. Sell high, buy low. Yeah, baby.
The meaning of life, according to James Taylor.
James Taylor
is enjoying the passage of time.
Enjoying the passage of time. Look at that GameStop, $89. It's coming back just as quick as it went up. Interesting pattern today. We're up 130 on the GameStop. Enjoy the passage of time is what James Taylor would say or would sing. There you have it. Oil just went negative. I just saw it go negative. It's still up 5, but it was negative 10 cents a second ago. Watch that oil market. We are backing up. Enjoying the passage of time.
Yeah.
Look at SoFi.
You're only going to be here once. I'm a YOLO. You're only going to be here once. You may as well enjoy it while you're here.
See, SoFi 946 up 55 cents.
Hey. Because it was ridiculous where it was.
It was ridiculous. It was a 774. That was stupid. It was stupid.
It was
11 million.
Sell farm and buy SoFi.
Ridiculous. Oh, man. We're up 55 to 946, and Rocket Lab touched 9, and 895 is trying to get the 9
you got a boo-boo on your shin.
Always 900,000 volume. I got boo-boos everywhere. GameStop 89.31 up 161. We've got Matterport 805 up 20 cents. Volume now on Matterport is 1.17 million. We got 9 coming in. Look at that ME. 23andMe, 406.5, blew the $4 resistance level out of there. 576,000 up 23 cents. Go ME. We were as low as 324 this week. We're at 406. Coming on. We're coming on. Go, baby. Go. HIP's up a penny. Smart Rent up 12. Sextera up 14. Spire, we're only down 2.5 cents. Spire. Come on, Spire. Let's do something. How's that Pfizer doing? Pfizer, 53.98 down 27 cents. I suspected Pfizer might give some back. The low is 53.94 again. We're hitting new lows on Pfizer right now, 53.98. Make sure if you're buying back calls, back off on your buy bids. And if you're writing calls, stay at that high level. Keep an eye on those spreads. 53.98. Go down, Pfizer. Go. It's backing up. Dow down 33. S&P up 9, NASDAQ up 121, oil up 31 cents. So much going on. It's I got stuff happening all over the place. Take care, Joanne, says Duncan. Mallow, 801 on Matterport. 99 Nation. Whoa, go Matterport. Michael, Austin, you can check boxes for all the emails you want. SEC filings, news, quarterly reports, everything. Nazareth, we are in a Keltner band correction, it looks like. Okay, Michael. And Mars is in retrograde. Okay.
We're experiencing the worm moon right now.
The worm moon.
Yes, I guess all the little worms are just jiggling out there in the earth.
They're jiggling. They're jiggling.
They're having a dance party. Clothes optional.
We be jiggling.
They're just going.
Oh, we be jiggling. Bobby Atkinson, Sofi 9, Matterport 8, ME4, Go Friday. Flint Creek Soap Company, go Matterport. Go. Adventures with Duncan, good morning. Jen, Coyote has got the party poppers going. 99 Nation. I'm shocked Rocket Lab hasn't shut off already. They've got an immense income and a huge billion-dollar backlogs of orders. The street only needs to know that and watch out. Exactly. We're down 56 on the Dow. We're up 7 on S&P, 116 on NASDAQ. As we will fluctuate here, we're trying to figure out where we're going. We're up 1,500 points in 3 days. It's not uncommon to have a bit of a hesitant,
Especially Friday. Wait and see.
And there's rotation going on. People are rotating into the former SPACs that we are following. They're coming in. Yeah. They're coming in. They're going, why didn't I buy this 2 days ago? Why didn't I listen to this guy, this ranting, balding, angry man? Why didn't I listen to him 2 days ago and buy these at the all-time lows? What's wrong with me? I'm getting in now. And here we are. Why? 88.64 on GameStop, up 94 cents. We've come back $6. Watch that. Alrighty, for those trying to buy back contracts, you never know. Matterport 798, ME404, Spire down 2.5, ATIP 176 up a penny, Smart Rent up 16 to 680, 1150 up 14 cents. Pfizer 53.86, dropping now down 39 cents. 53.82 is the low, and it is still dropping. Pfizer backing off. For any of you out there doing rollovers on Pfizer, make sure you do not overpay for your contracts that you're trying to buy back. Do not overpay. Be really chintzy with your money. Watch this back off right here. Down 40 on Pfizer. Isn't this fun? Oh, it's so much fun today. It's so much fun. Rollover Friday. Oh, baby. Yeah, man. Fun times. Oh, my goodness.
I slept like a log last night.
I slept fairly well, but not enough.
Yeah, I don't remember you.
I'm really looking forward to tonight. I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, the alarm woke me up this morning. Normally I'm awake before the alarm.
I got to get some sleep tonight.
We were out last night with friends. Teenagers. We were acting like teenagers. In a bar.
I'm not used to this.
On St. Patty's Day?
This is beyond my capacity to handle seeing someone I hadn't seen quite some time, and looking around this restaurant bar area with all these kids, all these young people. Who they're in their 20s and 30s and 40s. But I'm ancient.
But there were others in there that just didn't look their age. I'm not sure what they looked like.
Yeah.
They looked like a lot of work.
There's a lot of work going on out there. Yeah, there was
some with a lot of work.
It was entertaining.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was interesting to see, the human condition. We're down 86 on the Dow right now. We're only up 2 on S&P. We're up 103 on NASDAQ. It was interesting to see what we were seeing. It was 53.75 down 49 cents on Pfizer. We're backing off on the Pfizer, kids. Those of you looking to roll over your Pfizers, remember what I said. Back up. We're down 95 on that. We're going lower. Back up the truck. Don't offer so much money for those calls. Be very stingy and greedy on the sell side, stingy on the buy side. Fun times.
So this morning, I'm thinking I will slice some cheddar and then melt it on the bagel. You haven't had that in a while. What do you think of that?
That's a really good idea.
Okay.
A really nicely toasted bagel with the melted cheddar on it.
Cheddar. Now, how thick am I slicing it? Am I
maybe double the thickness of a regular slice of cheese?
Like a centimeter.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Just to really drive them all.
But to get the meltage going in the microwave, really get it to melt in, that'd be cool.
We can do that.
Better than Cheese Whiz. The real cheddar on a bagel, baby.
Well, Cheese Whiz
Giddy up.
Good. Cheese Whiz has
we love Cheese Whiz. It has its time, its place. There's moments.
There you go.
Yeah, 53.75, 53.74 on Pfizer. It's backing up. We've got the market going down 117 on the Dow. Rocket Lab 885 up 20. SoFi 934 up 43. GameStop 8877 up 107. AMC 1552 up 33. We've got Matterport at 791 up 6. ME 402 and a half holding 4 up 19 and a half. Spire down 4.5 cents. ATIP unchanged. Smart Rent up 18. Xterra up a penny. Pfizer 53.77 down 47 cents right now. Watching very closely. Spire, I think we will test the on the way up $10 today before it could dip a little. We'll see. It might end up in the mid nines. We'll find out. I think there'll be lots of fluctuation on this market, up and down and up and down. We're down 113 on the Dow at the moment, though. Let's see. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, says Malo. Anthony, I'm nearly green on soap. I keep on going, baby. Larry, hi, everybody. Just dropping off a bag of thumbs up during my morning break. Right on, Larry. DQ took care of the bells today. 99 Nation, Mallow, laughing out loud. Rob, woohoo, Larry. Evan, thumbs. Anthony, thumbs for Bruce. She's getting baked fancy, says 99 Nations. Bobby, Cheese Whiz is a few ingredients away from plastic, but it's a tasty plastic. Adventure Duncan, Kenny Rogers, can you name the song? Mallow, centimeter, 1/3 of an inch. Please speak American. I mean, come on, you Canadians. Speak American around here. Down 111 on the Dow. We're down 0.38 on S&P. We're still up 83 on NASDAQ. Rocket Lab, 885 up 20. 933 on SoFi, up 42 cents. GameStop, 88.48 up 78 cents on GameStop. AMC up 26 cents. Matterport, 793 up 8. ME, 403 up 20. Spire, 196 and a half down 4.5. ATIP up a penny to 176. Smart Rent up 18. Xterra down 2. Pfizer 53.80 down 44 cents. Robinhood up 11 cents. Vanik up 226. Home Depot down 194. IBM down 140. Microsoft is up 88 cents. Apple is up 35, but they both backed off. Goldman up 2 pennies, has recovered to 343. Cisco down 22. Facebook up 323. Amazon down 772. Tesla up 20. Google down 8. Bed Bath Beyond down 21. BlackBerry up 22. Royal Caribbean up 71 cents to 675.66. Target down 174. JP Morgan down 87 cents. Costco down $1.93. Walmart down 53 cents. Nvidia up 13.20. We've got American Airlines up 17 cents. Netflix up $4. Moderna $9.50 on the gain to 177.82. There we are. The Dow down 111 as we are watching a lot of different things at the same time. Pfizer 53.77, hitting new lows at 53.70. Still backing off on Pfizer. Very interesting patterns happening here. 90 point drop on the Dow. Little improvement right now. Rocket Lab 887. SoFi 934. GameStop 8871. We got a lot going on here. Tell you, eventually, Duncan, it's coffee break time, man. Rob, Mallow, centimeters about 1/100th of a yard, if that helps. You need 2.3 centimeters for an inch. I think that's the number. 2.3 centimeters gets you an inch. I think that's the way it works. Just saying, everyone else has gone metric but America, and what are you going to do? Canada is kind of half and half. We talk about feet and inches and yards, and we talk about liters, but we talk gallons too. We're everywhere in Canada. We're just all over the place. What can I tell you? The Dow down 89 right now at the moment. That is where we're at right now. GameStop 88.50 up 80 cents right now. Trying to figure out which direction to go. SoFi 935 up 44 on a volume now of 13.29 million. It's nice to see SoFi higher than lower. I think $10 is our next stop. Not too far from now. 888 on that Rocket Lab. It wants to go to 9. Volume here, we're up 23 cents on a 1 million volume right now. All right. We're available to see it go higher. The parts on my car are all metric, says Michael. Mediocre, 2.54 centimeters to the inch. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take whatever that means. Yeah, I used to be when I was in school. I was becoming a watchmaker. I used to have to make watch parts, and I would be working on a lathe that would have this fine piece of steel that would be spinning at incredible rates, and I would have this little blade that just shave away shavings of metal, and I had to create staffs for balance wheels. That's the part of the watch that goes back and forth. See the spring open and close as the balance wheel would go back and forth, back and forth. I built the axle for that. That's what we used to have to make in school. We used to have to make balance staffs and practice, and we were graded by our prof to 1/100th of a millimeter. That's how accurate we had to be. 1/100th of a millimeter, or we failed. The human error is 5/100ths of a millimeter. We had 1/5 of that, and that was entertaining. Let me tell you. But when you were 20 years of age, 19, 20, like I was, 20, 21, we had the steady hand, we had the patience, we had the endurance. It was hard work. You couldn't go out partying the night before. You couldn't go get drunk and party out at a club because the next morning you got this. You're useless in the watchmaking department. Useless. Don't even go to school, man. Just mail it in. You're not going anywhere. What can I say? Yep, crazy amount of precision for sure on the lathe. Indeed, it was entertaining to say the least. And then we used to work the balance. We used to work the spring, the balance wheel spring. I used to have to adjust those. And we used to polish the pivots on these balance shafts, balance staffs. We had to polish them, and not too much because that would wear them down. Oh God. I'll tell you, we were working. We were working. Anyway, I feel like more patience the older I get. I dabbled in precision on the lathe mill. Tons of fun. Mallow's smiling. Yep, those are the days. 1970, 74, 5, 6, 75, 6, 7. Yeah, those are the years that I was in college and met Jen in 76. I'll tell you, that was some time. I'll tell you, that was sometimes. 888 on Rocket Lab, 933, 934 on SoFi, 89.58 up 188 on GameStop right now. Matterport still at 793, just under 8. ME 403.5 will not give up the $4 level anymore. That's good to see. Aspire 196. We need a little boost to get over $2. ATIP 175 unchanged. Smart Rent up 21 cents. 685. Smart Rent $7. Come on, baby. Bring it on. Sexter 1141 up 5-6 cents. Let's go. The Dow's down 110. S&P up 2. NASDAQ up 95. Oil up 93 cents a barrel, fluctuating between 102 and 103 all morning here. We're watching that very closely. Yes, indeed. Rob, come on now, Rob, behave yourself. Behave, please. The Dow's down 106 at the moment. Yeah, those were the times. Man, oh man, 1976, you could buy a gallon of gas, a gallon in Canada for 62.9 cents a gallon. About, 18 cents a liter Canadian at that time. 18 cents a liter in 1976. Oh my gosh, 76, 77. Those were the prices. 18 cents a liter. Today, 167 a liter in Calgary. Oh man, of course, everything has gone up. A one-bedroom apartment. Jen and I rented a one-bedroom apartment in 1976. $171 a month. $171 for a furnished one-bedroom in Kitchener, Ontario. Oh my. Oh my gosh, those numbers. I remember some of these numbers, not all of them, but I remember some of these. Minimum wage was about $1.75 an hour, something like that. It had gone up from 110 over the last few years because of inflation. I remember when minimum wage hit $2 an hour, people thought, oh, there's no way business can survive. Business can't survive paying $2 an hour minimum wage. There's no way. Now we talk about that at $15 an hour. We can't talk. We can't
I brought you a knife and fork just in case.
Look at that. Ooh, look at the cheddar melting on that bagel.
Ooh. And it's hot.
Ooh, it's hot. The plate is hot.
The plate is hot.
Well, I'll try it without. We'll see. I've got it if I need it.
If I can find a tray, would you like a tray?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jen. So very delicious looking. It's hot. I'm gonna let this kind of cool off a little bit. Cool bean stuff, man. So exciting. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. How are you? Okay, I'm off. I'm sorry. I'm going to a meeting now. See you, folks. Rob, you take care. Libations may have arrived early. Rob, leaving on a high note. Rob, don't talk gas prices. I just put in $50 at $1.78 a liter. Got me about half a tank. DQ laughed out good. I might have had a taste of bourbon myself. Don't microwave cats. 171 Canadian is like $8 freedom dollars, right? Coyote, I was trying to rent a crappy one-bedroom apartment out of high school 10 years ago. They were $500 a month. Same apartment now is double that, $1,000 a month. Crazy. I have to point out, in OVO's DNA medicine pipeline, or I'd be remiss, they're prepping launch this year. They already have a full warehouse of their DNA delivery device to HPV cancer fixes inbound. Okay. Bobby, Ontario's going minimum wage for gig self-employees. My side hustle may pay more this summer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're self-employed, you can get more than minimum wage. You don't charge by the hour. You charge by the project. That's the secret. That's how you make way more money per hour. Someone says to you, "Oh, how much do you charge to mow the lawn?" You don't say, "I charge $10 an hour." You say, "Oh, I can do your lawn for $30. If it takes you an hour, you made $30 an hour. It takes you 2 hours, you made $15 an hour." That's how you do it. You don't charge by the hour. You charge by the project. That's how you do it. The Dow's down 91. Rocket Lab 886 up 21. 925 SoFi up 34. GameStop 88.66 up 96 cents. Let's go, Bobby. Heard from a guy moving from my city to Ottawa. First time moving out of his parents' house. $3,000 a month rent. Yikes! That's crazy, man. That's insanity. There's grocery delivery app services here. They pay between $15 and $20 an hour, and people tip like crazy. That's my plan D. There you go, Coyote. There you go. Rock and roll. Oh, look at that cheese. Oh, that is so good looking. Oh, my gosh. Or is it? I don't know. Uh-huh. Real cheddar, baby. Melting all over this bagel. Look at the toast on that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 3.4 million GameStop traded. 90.52 right now, up 282. Wow. Boy, that's good. Nicholas, my mortgage is 3/4 of the rent I was paying for a place around the corner. Right on. Try living in BC, Canada. $2 a liter for gas. Good morning, Gertie. Oh, said yesterday's question. Quest trade. Level 3 margin account for poor man covered calls. Bobby out of Canada. John Anderson. Hi, Jen. Hello there. The Dow down 76 points. Rocket Lab 885. SoFi 926. GameStop 89.71. We're jumping around everywhere here. Pfizer 53.80 down 45. Low 53.70. Dow down 102. GameStop 89.16 up 147. Thank you, Bobby. I did some math. And as a regular member, Bruce, I pay you about 8.4 cents per hour of airtime that you're on. Well, I hope that's a good value. Did you figure out how many minutes a day I'm on pre-market? And then Wednesday night, prime time? Yeah, it's a lot of hours. I hope it's good value. I hope it is. Oh boy, what a morning. Mm. Oh, this is the spot. I'll tell you. GameStop, 89.72, up 202. Mm, mm, mm. Back to 90 on GameStop. Dow down 100. Oh, this bagel with all this melted cheese on it. Oh man, awesome, so good. Look at that. Mm. You know, it's good value for the money when you're not talking about curling, Bruce. Ah, is it 2 years ago? British Columbia had a lot, was worth $1 million. That lot now 1.7 million. Real estate is just surging in British Columbia. Unbelievable. Crazy. Wow. Okay. The other half of the bagel right here. Mmm. Not easy eating this bagel. It's a lot of work. 89.41 on GameStop. Really fluctuating. We're down 134 on the Dow. Pfizer 53.88 down 36. The low 53.70. I'm hearing a sound. I can't believe I'm hearing this. Hang on a second. That can't be real. I swear I heard a lawnmower. I swear I heard a lawnmower. There's no way we have a lawnmower going at this point in the year. That can't be real. I'll keep an ear for that. Mm. Inderman, I bought my house here in Mississauga for $890,216. Now it's worth $2.5 million. Insanity. That's crazy, man. That is just nuts. We're down 144 on the Dow. We're down 4.8 on the S&P. We're only up 55 on NASDAQ. We're going lower. Oil up 97 cents. Rocket Lab 878. SoFi 920. GameStop 88.18 up 48 cents. GameStop might be going red again. To be expected. We're going to jump around a bit here. Mm, mm, mm. We mowed 2 days ago. Very hard to get into the real estate market for the first time buyers. Somebody probably started up to see if it works. Bought my house 3 years ago. We're up 65%. Pretty crazy. Unbelievable. Fabulous. Mm. $87.95 on GameStop, up a quarter. Don't mind me. Mm. Pfizer holding on, 54.02, down 22, hanging in. And Dow down 137. Oh gosh, I'm scraping the cheese off the bottom of this plate. Oh, it's so good. Mm. Thank you all for your patience this morning. We're down 150 on the Dow, unfortunately. Down 8 on S&P. Only up 32 on NASDAQ. Mm. So good. Man, cheers to all of you. Mm. GameStop, 87.97, up 27 cents. Okay, SoFi 920, up 29. High of the day, 948. 15.7 million traded on SoFi. Rocket Lab, 876, up 11. High of the day, 895. 1.28 million. The Dow down 124. ME at 389, under the $4 mark. Spire 195, down 6. ATIP unchanged. Smart Rent is up 24 to 688. Six Stairs up 22 to 1158. Pfizer 54.04 at the moment, down 20 at the moment. Okay. And we're down what? 128 on the Dow. Alrighty. Yeah, same here. Credit Savage. We bought a house in late 16 here in the Bay Area for 600,000. Now it's in the low 1.1 millions. Wow. I'm using my equity line of credit to invest in stock as Uncle Bruce advised. I'm paying 2.3% interest. No brainer. Exactly. No brainer. 99 Nation. Uncle Bruce, could you discuss the newer possible stock dynamics involving Russian and Chinese partnering with each other and Russia's exclusion and what effectual pricing effects has on our domestic market? China and Russia can do all the deals they want. They're already doing deals. They're doing a lot of deals, have been for years. They'll continue to make deals. I can't see China taking anything more from Russia than they already have, because Russia is really not in a position to export a lot of finished goods, only raw materials. They still have to feed their own nation. They're now being cut off from international food supplies because of, again, banking restrictions and everything else. And so Russia will be more of a buyer than a seller. All they can sell is natural gas and crude as fast as they can get it to China. And I don't know if they can get them enough quick enough. And China really has to play a balancing act with how much they support Russia or not through all this turmoil. I wonder. We'll see what happens. Uncle Bruce, why did you sell your house? We had a house in Creston, British Columbia. That's where my mom and dad used to live. The house we sold was my mother and father's former house. And we bought the house in 2015. 2016, I should say, 2015. We tried to sell the house in 2015 as it was when my mother went into a senior center, and the house was unsellable. It was dated. It needed a refresh, and we had tried for about 3 or 4 months to sell the house, 5 months, and no nothing. And then we got the phone call late on a Saturday night from a neighbor. A neighbor called and said there is water coming out the front door of the house and from the side of the house down the driveway to the street. And the husband of that couple took a peek in the windows, and it was dark, but he had a phone and a flashlight, and he saw water leaking off the roof in the lower level of the house. So there was water coming from the main floor. The house is on a hill, and the back of the house, the main floor was at ground level, and on the front of the house, the basement was the ground level. It's like a walkout, but it was a front walkout. If that makes sense to you guys? Water was flowing down the front of the house. I made a few calls. I was able to get my hands on the town of Creston manager in charge of the water services division. He got an emergency number. He personally got into his car, small town. He personally got into his car, drove to my mother's house, and he shut the water off from the street to the house. He shut it off. He said, "Don't tell anybody I did that, but I did that." So don't tell anybody he did that, but he did that. So that stopped fresh water from going in there. Then I called the real estate office that I was using to sell the house, and my realtor was in Mexico on a holiday. It was the middle of the winter. A pipe froze. So someone else from the office, the real estate office, went in there, and about an hour later, they went in there. And they turned the lights on, and there was water everywhere coming down from upstairs. And it was bad. It was so bad that the washing machine, had its lid open. The washing machine was full of water, right to the top. Now, how much water leakage do you have to have from the ceiling of your house to drip into a washer unit to fill that washer up to the top, and the water was flowing over it? Just to give you an idea, that wasn't the only source of water. Water was coming down the walls, down the downstairs, and out the front door, because that 1-inch lip between the floor and the front door's frame, it flowed over that and under and in between the door and the door frame and out to the street. This had been going on for quite some time, probably a week of leakage at least. The realtor went upstairs to the kitchen and found the source of where it came from underneath the sink on the kitchen. We had water damage all over the place and flooding all over the main floor of the house, the downstairs, the foyer, the mudroom. And so we brought in the next day a contractor, a repair contractor. And they brought in the fans, and they brought in the mops, and they cleaned it all up, and then they started to dry the place out. And we quickly decided that, of course, the house is unsellable now. It's totally unsellable. We're going to make lemonade from lemons. And so the house had to be gutted. The floor had to be ripped out in the kitchen. It had to be ripped out in the dining room. Half the living room was soaked. So we took all the flooring out, including the carpeting, which made the house look old. We took all the carpeting out on the main floor of the house and the stairs going downstairs. And we took carpeting out of the rec room downstairs. That was 20-year-old carpet. We took all the flooring out, and we had to rebuild the walls and the ceiling of the mudroom downstairs. We threw the appliances out. The washer dryer were taken to the dump. The refrigerator upstairs, the dishwasher, the stove, to the dump. This was a moment to completely transform the house. The first 2 feet of all the drywall on the upper floor was all cut out and replaced. We did a major rebuild. The good news was the bones of the house were solid. We replaced the water heater just in case it was too old. It was already 10 years old. We replaced the furnace because the furnace conked out, and that's why the house got cold. Pipes split, water leaked. Nobody was checking on the house every 3 days, and this was the problem. So, new furnace, new floors, new appliances, new drywall, new rebuilt downstairs, new foyer rebuilt, totally rebuilt, and the furnace. And then we redid the roof for good measure. We did the roof for another 7, 8, 10,000 bucks. 80 grand later, $80,000 later of my mother's money went to repairing that house and upgrading that house. We were trying to get 240 to 250,000 for it. Couldn't get it. This was 2015-ish. Couldn't get a bid from anybody. We refurbished it. We put it on the market for 300,000, 310. No bites, not a single nibble. Even the house refurbished, no buyers. So my wife and I, after 6 months, we tried an open house. We tried everything. My wife and I both decided, why don't we buy the house? We'll buy it. We'll appraise it. We figured it was 300,000. Sure enough, it was appraised at 300,000. We'll recover 60,000 of my mother's money by buying it from her at the appraised value of 300,000. No real estate agent in the middle because the listings had all expired. So it was a private sale. So she netted out about 298 with the legals. And we got a house, a rebuilt house, brand new appliances, brand new flooring, brand new furnace, very efficient, new roof, a lovely house. And that's what we did. So we moved in there in 16. But Creston is 5.5 hours away from Calgary. It's in a tiny little village, 5 miles away from the U.S. border. It's great. So we could pop into Coeur d'Alene and go to Costco. It was great until COVID. Then the border was closed and we were cut off. And we had masks on, everyone, like you did. The good news was a lot of people wanted to move to small towns, smaller villages, to get away from the big city lifestyle. Now that you had to work from home, we had fast internet. I launched this channel along with my other channel in 17 and this one in 2020, 21. And so here we are. I launched this whole channel and our house went up in value, went up. It had gone down a bit to the 280 mark about a year after we were in there, before anything happened. It went down to about 280 and then it got back to 290 and then back to 300. And we knew if we try to sell this house through a realtor, we're going to lose money. The commissions will eat us up. No, we waited, and then the market went higher, and the house reached that almost 400,000 level, and we decided this is it. We're out. We're going to sell out. We're going to walk away with a bunch of dough. We've paid down the house for 5 years. We have equity in it. We've built up equity. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to travel for a while. Let's be nomads for a while. So the good news is we were able to sell the house and get out, gave away most of the furniture and threw out in the dump crap. And what was left over is in a storage unit, 10 by 20 foot unit, or 10 by 15, I think. And we're nomads. And so that was from last August. And here we are. We've been in the Palm Desert the winter, and now here we are for a couple of months at our friend's house. We're house sitting this house because we're flushing the toilets, making sure there's no leakage. The furnace is always working. It's $1 million house. You might as well have 2 people in it. Let them live in it for nothing. They're watching $1 million asset. Yeah, because a leak like that my mother's house had, if this house had a leak like that, $200,000 repair bill, and good luck with the insurance company, because my mother's insurance company walked away from her. Wouldn't give us a dime, not a dime. They said it's your fault, water damage. You weren't inspecting the house. You're not covered. 80 grand lost. So we recovered it, a good chunk of it for her, and then we recovered that by being in the house for 4 or 5 years, and it all worked out. Took 5 years, and so here we are. We're now homeless, and we don't want to buy a house. We're not interested in buying a house. We're going to travel after we're out of here. In May, we'll travel, hopefully to Europe, get a month or so, maybe 2 months into Europe, and then we'll come back here for summertime. We don't know where we're living when we come back here in the summertime. We'll figure that out. And next fall, back to the U.S. to Palm Desert. We might delay the trip south until December, so we might do some cruising or other travel in late fall, early winter, and then head to Palm Desert in December until next April, and we'll see. So all this is up in the air. And Jennifer, she needs a new hip. That's what Jennifer needs, is a new hip. And she yesterday went to a brand new doctor, and she's now getting she's going to get all the blood tests and the X-rays and all the checkup stuff that has to be done. So she's going to be doing that over the next week, and then she goes back to the doctor at the end of this month for a look-see over all the test results and stuff, and then she'll be referred to, we're hoping, a specialist hip replacement surgeon. Hopefully we'll be in the system now for that with all this done, and we'll see how many months it is with all the backups and all the backlogs. We'll see what happens next. So we'll let you know. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we have an address with our daughter for mail and for all of our stuff. And so we'll see what goes on. So we're traveling back and in and out of the country and back and forth. So that's the story. That's the deal. And that's why we sold. It's why and how we sold the house. That's how it all happened. And there you go. There it is. Anyway, there you go. Mallow knows why we sold the house. It was to feed the bagel addiction. And there it is. Okay. Larry, Uncle Bruce, in your opinion, how will the dollar be affected if Saudi Arabia starts to price oil in yuan in lieu of dollars? Read the article on Bloomberg. I'm not putting much stock in that. I really am not putting much stock in that. Anyway, KC, I'm thumbs up number 303. VW filled up at Costco this AM, $81 to fill up my tank. I have a 35-gallon diesel tank on my truck. No fun, but it was necessary, says Amongst Great Danes. Yikes. Anyway, Dave, I work in IT, and I'm seriously considering renting and selling my house and doing the RV life for a while. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. A lot of people have changed their lives because of the value of their homes. Things have changed. People who are in their 40s have realized all of a sudden, it just came at them, that if they took the equity of their house by selling out, they have so much equity they never thought they had. And most of it, in Canada, it's all tax-free equity. In the US, I'm not quite sure how it works, but people have figured out that with what they've saved through their staff savings on their own, now with equity in their house, they have this vast amount of value that they're sitting on. And they're watching me, and they're going, hey, wait a minute. I could buy 3,000 shares of Apple. I could buy 1,000 Microsoft, 1,000 Apple. I could buy several hundred Goldman Sachs. I could just write options on stock I own of these caliber companies and bring in more money on option premium than I make working right now with my wife and I. And we could sell this house off, and we can downsize into maybe an apartment, a nice apartment somewhere else. We could get out of Columbus, Ohio, and head to Sarasota, Florida, or go to somewhere in Arizona, or somewhere south, full time, rent way cheaper, or we could buy a house in a much cheaper part of the country, sell our $1.5 million property, and buy a $400,000 property, cash, no mortgage, and have all this equity and do what Bruce says, write options, and travel and retire now. And I can work part-time if I still want to work from home as a consultant. Hey, Bruce, whoa, have things ever changed around this house? Yes. And then there are some of you who said to me, well, I just borrowed 300 grand from my line of credit on my house. It's worth 1.5. We owe 300 on it. I borrowed 300 grand at 2.75%. I'm writing options on this stuff, making way more money than that payment. My wife quit her job. I'm down to part time. I'm just consulting now. Yeah, Bruce, thank you. We have changed our lives completely here. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the party, pals. What parallel imports would Russia be up to? There's a vague market about it. Yeah, 99 nations. It's raw materials. Yeah, that's all. Been looking at U-Haul conversions, etc. I could clear a few six figures if I sold my house and Jeep. There you go. Michael, new hip will cost you a house here in the States. No charge here. Russia plans for a knockoff version of McDonald's, Golden Arches, and all. Uncle Vanya, good luck with that. Box truck conversion can be cheap. Yeah, but it could be frustrating. Uncle Bruce, when to write GameStop covered calls? What do you think? We're 91.81. Want to go to 95? Then you can look at 95 to 100s. Keep an eye on that. We're up 411. SoFi 932 up 40. Dow down 137. Pfizer down 26 to 53.98, going down again. Tiff, admit it. You sold the house so we could not find you if things go sour. Yes, that's right. I've gone so under the table now. I'm so clandestine. You'll never find me, you people, you. Rocket Lab's up 20 cents. SoFi's up 40. It's a little better. What else is going on? And Matterport back to 8, up 15. ME 387 still up 4.5 cents. We're back to $2 on Spire. Come on, man. We're up 22 on Smart Rent. Look at that Cyxtera. It's up 30 cents to 11.66. Yeah, I'm hiding all right. We're down 107 on the Dow. What can I say? Yeah, it's been an interesting change for many, many of you out there. Many of you. Some of you in your 50s have realized we are now retired. Screw this. We were hoping to save $250,000 in the last 10 years that we were going to work between age 53 and 63 or whatever. The house went up 400 grand. No. I'm not slaving my ass off for 60 hours a week for those people to try to clear 3 grand a month to save it for next 7, 8 years. No. The house went up 400,000 on top of the equity we had in the house already. No, thank you. We're making changes right now. We are making serious life changes that we have wanted to do at age 65. It's happening at age 53. Screw that. We're going south. And whether it's Glendale, Tempe, Mesa, Scottsdale, Tucson, Dallas, Houston, someplace, Texas, Galveston, somewhere, Louisiana, somewhere, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina. You guys are on the move. Florida, Hawaii, whatever you want it to be, Mexico, Costa Rica, wherever. You guys are you've changed everything. And there are some of you, lucky enough to be 40, barely, and you've had this massive increase in value of your home. Just ridiculous numbers. And you're sitting on 600,000 equity that you didn't think you're going to see for 20 years. You got 600,000 equity. You've just started going in your career. You're making some dough here. And all of a sudden this happened. And now you can explore the idea of working overseas as an expatriate, being a consultant only as a self-employed entity, selling that house for big fat money and grabbing, moving down to where grandma and grandpa are. We're going down where grandma and grandpa are. We're going to join them way down there in the South. And the kids are 8, 10, 12. They're going to grow up all right beside grandma and grandpa from both sides of the family, whatever. A whole different world, a whole complete different world has fast forwarded itself in the last 2 years. You think I'm happy? I'm really thrilled for you people. I am thrilled this is happening. It's the middle class payback is what this is. It's the catch up. The middle class catch me back up to what life was like in the 60s for my mom and dad. Yeah, things have really changed here, and it's about time, and I love it. I love it. Anyway, there you go. Uh, what can I say? Welcome one, welcome all. Happy to see you here. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, you make sure to visit us when you travel to Phoenix on your travel plans next year, says Nick. Dave, stop, Uncle B. You're giving me ideas. It's my job, man. It's plain English. I'm trying to tell you, your world has changed. Wake up, BW. Those calls that were bought on SoFi months ago and were $5 plus in the money are way out of the money and have 1 month to go. Do we take losses and roll out further? Don't want to lose more on these. I'm so nervous. What do you think? Well, the shares have come up a buck something, obviously. To now we're 935. You are sitting on 15s, 1250s, I suppose. If you can roll forward in time, then look into that for sure. If there's any way to do it, 934 up 43 cents. Give me 5 more days like this, and we're sitting at 1130, 1150, and we got the 1250s about to start moving. We got 10s in the money. 15s are within an area code away. It's getting closer. These shares can accelerate their gains as we eat up and chew out all these loose-handed sellers. That's what seems to be going on here. Look at the SoFi volume, 19.2 million. We're up 42 cents. We didn't go up 42 cents 2 days ago, unless we did 70 million shares. Now it's 19 million shares, and we're moving up 42 cents. Hello? You give me 30, 40 million a day, and we're popping $11, $12 in next week. It's looking much better all of a sudden. Much, much better all of a sudden here. Guys, keep your eyes open. 92.14 on GameStop, up 444. Guys, I'm on 4 acres in Texas. Bring your RV and I'll charge you low rent. You must enjoy Great Danes. Bobby, my mom will live out her brain. Unfortunately, the idea we have is to rent both our houses out to my kids. They bring in the other to help with rent. And my wife and mom moved to SK where houses seem cheap. Cool. Frumbler people own houses? Laughing out loud, Michael. Alexander, thank you for this donation, buddy. Goodness, I had to roll Apple, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Microsoft, SoFi, and Matterport today. But I love exchanging their book value for time value that will expire over the next 1 or 2 weeks, baby. Yeah, baby. Nice going, Alexander. That is the job of an option writer. You are always writing. You look to do rollovers when it's in your favor to do so. Always stay on top of this. Look at that, Pfizer 53.98. Oh, opportunities knocking galore. Opportunity knocks. I like it. Well done, Alexander, and thank you for this donation. I appreciate it. All of you out there who've been throwing us a few donations, you guys are great, as always. And just make money, please. Just make money. Just make money. It's nothing personal. Make money. I love it. Way to go, man. Way to go. And please, SoFi, Rocket Lab, and Matterport, all you stuff, just go up. Just go up. Just keep going because the rotation is coming your direction. The market is down 97 on the Dow, but these stocks are all green. Why is that? Rotation. They're coming into growth now. Why not? Apple moved up $10. I'm getting into SoFi. Yeah, Apple moved up $10. I'm getting into Rocket Lab. Yeah, let's go. Yep, baby. Good morning, Carol from Duncan. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, it's a whole new world for a bunch of you folks. And yeah, some of you might become RVers for a while. Why not? Why not? When else are you going to get the chance? Who's going to knock on your door and say, hey, I have a great idea for you? You got to take control yourself. You got to take the leap from time to time. Maybe you're going to take 3 months to think about it, or maybe you'll travel for a couple of months first. Maybe you'll do a 2-week holiday to a getaway resort in Mexico and just get away from everybody and just chill out and let the ideas flow and have a heart-to-heart with your better half over several days without the distractions. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe it's a trip to Europe this summer. See some of the continent you've never seen before. Get out of your comfort zone for a little bit and get away for a bit and reflect on what it is that's important to you. Yeah, maybe. Man, It's so exciting. I love it. What can I say? Mm. Well, gas to pull the RV will be big money. You know what? The thing about RV living that most people don't understand, or they have a bias about it, is that people out there think that RVers are driving every day somewhere. RVers don't do that. True RVers will get in there and they'll drive to that first location over a day or two. Yeah, they'll go 3 states, and then they park for a month, or they're in Phoenix, and they're 2 weeks at this RV park, and then they drive for 2 3 hours, and they're at this RV park for 2 weeks, and then they're at this. They go to California, and they're in the Palm Desert area, and they're in a RV park there for 2 weeks over there. They go to another park 20 miles away and spend 2 weeks over there. Then they add up the fuel and they go, "Wow, we've been out for 2 months, 3 months. How much fuel did we buy?" Well, I haven't bought fuel in 3 weeks. They figure out what the pricing of it is, and they realize, well, on a per day basis, we don't drive every day. We only once we're out here where we want it to be in the Southwest, maybe, or towards the New Mexico, Colorado, or the New Mexico, Texas area, or Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. Once you got to where you got to, you're not driving that much anymore. And if you're towing a vehicle, okay, now you're driving that vehicle. But really, a lot of you folks drive an RV. You get to a campground, a place, stop for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, then you rent a car when you're there. When you need a car, you rent one. I said, well, we're just going to rent one for a week. We're gonna go for a couple of quick trips around here, do a big grocery run, and then we're giving the car back, and we're just in the park. And if I need to go to a Costco store, there's a couple of neighbors around here. We pool up. One of them's got an RV. We're all jumping into that guy's thing, and we're going to Costco together. So what? Even ordering an Uber to take you to Costco and back for your $250 trip. So what? You don't need to tow a car. I mean, there's ways. There's a way. Think outside of the box, man. Think. Nazareth, I'm 45 right now with a good six-figure job. My plan is to keep investing in stocks and keep my job until I'm 50. Then explore options for travel and part-time work. I want to get more experience with options. Is there something wrong with this? No. Nothing at all. Duncan, tiny house sounds like a good plan. For some of you, it's a question of just what kind of life do you want to have? What kind of situation are you in? We're all different. There are people out there who watch me and follow me that cannot get away. They can't. They've got elderly parents. They've got familial obligations. I get it. Yeah, it's all, you always review your life anyway. If you're healthy about it, you kind of look it over every few months or once a year, and you really figure out where you're at, where you've been, where you're going. But you make sure that you're happy about it and that it's working for you and your loved ones. That's what it's about. And hey, this last 2 years has made us all reflect big time. Look at this guy. My life is completely different than what it used to be 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It's unbelievable what a change. So anyway, you got to make it work for you, though, right? I agree. Look at that Rocket Lab, 890 up a quarter. We hit 895 this morning, and we're on our way again. 1.68 million on the Rocket Lab. SoFi, 930. We dropped down to 919. We're back to 930, up 39 cents. 20 million volume. GameStop, 91.76, up 407. High today of 94. Watching that GameStop. AMC 1556 up 37 cents. Matterport back to 807. The high today 812. We had just been there a minute or two ago. Looking good. 2.4 million on the Matterport. It is climbing. ME 386. Is it going to bounce again? It looks like it wants to. 383 was the low. Now 386. 1.3 million. We'll see if it goes through 4. Wouldn't surprise me. Spire, $2 down a penny. ATIP unchanged. Both of these are climbing. Smart Rent, 23 cents to 687. We're up 23 cents. High today, 689. Volume, 316,000. Looking good on the smart rent. And Sextera, 1172, up 36 cents. This is the high of the day. 47,000 volume. One thing remains consistent with Sextera. Very little volume. This thing runs. This baby runs. There's nothing for sale. Looking good. Pfizer, 54.07, down 17 cents. Low of the day, 53.70. The stock is now settling in a little bit. Perfect moment to make these switches, the rollovers, making sure that we build cash on these rollovers. That is the key here. Building cash in our account by being cheap buyers and greedy sellers. Keep an eye on these markets at all times. Robinhood up 4 cents. Vanek Vector's up 328. Home Depot still down 365. IBM down 96 cents. Microsoft up $1.54. Apple up 127. Goldman down 38 cents. Cisco down 34 cents. Facebook up 440. Amazon up 10.50. Tesla up 23. Google up 280. So where we're at, we're down 110 on the Dow. Not devastatingly bad. Just, a little pullback from a pretty good run here. S&P up 5, NASDAQ up 112, mixed day. Oil 103.63, up 60 cents, and that's all. Just 60 cents. Most interesting market here, most interesting, 91.09 on GameStop, up 339 a share. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're just reflecting on life. Absolutely. Plain English, man. It's time to review yourself in plain English. Where have you been? Where are you? And where do you want to go? Can you get to where you want to go with what you have in front of you right now? What changes do you have to make in your life to get what you ultimately want to have out of your life? And for some of you, it's more than doable. You had no idea that it was actually doable already. Oh my God, I love it. I'm loving it. Thank you all. What can I say? Lots to follow, lots to think about. Oh, baby, let's go. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for us to book our European getaway. We're very close to committing, and we'll get started with some flights and then get ourselves going here. We've got a few things to do, a few things to figure out, but we're excited. We're really excited about the next several months. This house is great. We're enjoying it. It's very comfortable here. Thank you to my buddies. They just said, "Hey man, why don't you stay in our house, please? Please stay in our house, please." Because right now the kids have to go there every couple of days. They got to flush the toilets all the time, and it's a pain in the rear end. And why don't you guys just stay there? And so, how about that? Pretty cool bean stuff. No complaints. Very, very good. $8.89 on Rocket Lab. $9.24 on SoFi. GameStop, $91 on the nose. What a day. What can I say? Sell My House Fast in Upper Marlboro is saying my sister-in-law has been in Florida since January in their RV, since January. They also have an electric golf cart. They pretty much takes them wherever they need to go while they're there. Yes. So some of these communities, you can ride those golf carts wherever you want to get to. Exactly. Pretty cool bean stuff. You gotta love it. That's exciting and that's cool. Oh, fantastic. Yep. Fantastic stuff. We did enjoy driving a golf cart down in Palm Desert when Jen and I were in the condo. We were in two condos. The first one and the second one both had a golf cart, but we only used the golf cart on the second condo because the first condo we just walked out the back door to the pool. On the second condo, we had to take the golf cart to drive to it. But it was cool driving it around. Yeah, we loved it. It was fantastic. Wait, you have to flush the toilets every day because it's freezing out? Winter is overrated. No, it's not because of that. That's not the reason. The home insurance policies nowadays, depending on where you are, but I know that in this region here, you have to have someone physically in the house every 3 days. Within 72 hours, someone has to be in the house. And what they're inspecting is there are no leaks. There's no open window. There's no damage. There's no roof damage. that the house is intact, sealed, it's okay. And so what people suggest is they suggest, well, if you can get a neighbor to go over there once every 3 days, just walk around the house and flush each toilet. Turn the sink on for a little bit, run some water. Just kind of keep the pipes flowing and keep everything okay, making sure that everything works and nothing is stupid. That's all you're doing. That's all. You just make sure the pressure's okay on the water and the heat. The furnace is keeping the house warm, and exactly that's it. And some folks they'll turn on different lights and turn off different lights to make it look on the outside there's somebody there all the time. Little stuff. That's all that is. Bobby, what's the drinking and driving rules on them golf carts? I don't know. I'm not going there. Is that a Canada thing? No, not really. It's just a common sense thing that someone is always looking after your home. You're making sure that some raccoons didn't break in somewhere, or some critter didn't chew its way through some wiring outside, or you're just giving the house a look see. And that's what good neighbors do for neighbors, and that's how we work up here. Sell my house fast. I only need smart rent to get to 15 by the end of the day, or my option expires. Is that too much to ask? No, let me make a call. Just hang on a second here. Yeah, listen, it's Bruce here. Yeah, listen, I got a favor for you. Yeah, I got this guy who watches me, and I'll tell you right now, if you can do me this favor, I have a feeling that this viewer is going to send me a donation like you cannot believe. Do you think it's possible that you could get that SMRT stock, that smart rent stock? Yeah, yeah. Do you think you could get that thing to I don't know. Could you pop it to like $22 a share this afternoon? Kind of, for like an hour or two. Could you make, hello? 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 Oh. I'm sure you got the message. I'm sure he's working on it. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Just keep your eye on it. We're good to go. Okay, it's all fine. I've taken care of it. I can't tell you who I called. That is top secret information. But rest assured, I got people working on it for you. Okay. Don't get me started on raccoons. Those damn critters. You know what we call raccoons up here? Garbage pandas. Raccoons are known as garbage pandas. They're in garbage cans everywhere if they get the chance. Just making sure a moose didn't end your life on the way to the morning paper. Typical stuff. Michael, are you talking to Johnny at NASDAQ? And Nicholas, selling my house fast. You should probably roll that contract maybe into a $50 for next Friday, maybe. Jason, Bruce is comedy gold. Yeah, okay. The grumpy old man. Do what I can. I'm trying to help you folks out any way I can. I'll do all I can. I'll make calls. We'll see what happens. 890 on the Rocket Lab. Come on, baby. Let's go. SoFi 8926. It's time to get going. Come on. The party's over. 8933 on GameStop, up $1.63 as we are just fluctuating along. 807 on your Matterport. Look at that. We're up 22. ME 385. Let's go, Matterport. 199.999 on Spire. I think it's almost $2. ATIP 174.5. Come on, baby. Smart Rent 689. So close. So we only need a $15.11 move, and we got this sucker to $22. Yeah, let's go. 6 1168 up 33 cents. Let's go, Sextera. Pfizer 54 to 54.04 right now. That's where we're at right now. Down 128 in the Dow. We're up 2.6 on S&P. We're up 10. We're up 104 on Nasdaq. That's where it's at. Oil is up 28 cents, and that's all. 28 and only 28 cents. Okay. Is that a worst saying or way worse? I don't know. Nicholas, there's a minor league baseball team whose mascot is the Trash Pandas. The Trash Pandas. Welcome the Trash Pandas. Everyone throws garbage at them. There you go. Oh my God. That's funny stuff. Yep, Trash Pandas are a problem in Calgary and any other major city. These guys are hardy. We had Trash Pandas down at our house in Creston. I found a solution to pissing them off. and kind of keeping them away from the front door, I used the hose and just sprayed them with water. I put the gun on there and gave it to them, but good. They would go, yeah, and they'd run away. It was beautiful. They hear my door open and they would scatter because they knew he's pulling out the hose. He's going to get us with that damn cold water. And cold water in November is no fun, let me tell you that. So, I pull it out and give it to them, but good. What can I say? Even water in July, they didn't like that. They just didn't like it. They like to be clean and dry. I remember they were going up and down the pine tree at the back of the house, making all kinds of noise on my roof. They'd be walking and scattering, and I'm figuring, yeah, they're looking for a way to get in. So what I did was I grabbed a spray bottle and I filled it with 1/3 vinegar and 2/3 water, shook it all up, and I just sprayed the tree, the base of the tree and the branches. They'd come down, they go, ugh, they'd just take off. And if I found them, in the tree, I'd see these two eyes looking at me through all the branches. And I would just grab the bottle. I just would come on up there and they would just hate it because the acidic odor of vinegar and water. They didn't like it. Yeah, that was the point. Get out of my house. Get out of my town. Go somewhere else. That's what I did. What a guy. What a guy. Dave, Uncle Bruce, I do the same thing with pesky neighbors and salespeople. Just get the hose on them. Just water them down. Water them off. There you go. The Dow down 116. Rocket Lab 890. SoFi 925. GameStop 89.30 up 160. Matterport 811. 811 on the Matterport. That is the high of the day of 812 here. We're right up there, 2.6 million. Let's go. Matterport up 25. Let's go. ME 385.5. Let's go. Spire $2. Let's go. Yes, Smart Run up 24. Sixterra up 34. Yeah, I like seeing these kinds of numbers. Come on. Let's go higher. All right, Nicholas says, all right, I'll see you in the afternoon show, Uncle Bruce and crew, where we will be collecting a double-digit SoFi. How about that? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be great? That would be just super duper. On our way to $12, then 15. Oh my gosh. Not a bad run. Let's have it happen, kids. Let's go. Time for payback for my kids. Kids who are hanging out with the old man. Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for being here today. We've had 330 thumbs ups today. Guys, thank you for 330 thumbs ups. If you're able to hit a few on the way out today, before we shut this down, help me out. Maybe 350 is reachable before I go off the air. Nail that thumbs up button for me, you guys. Let's make some momentum on this thing and add some more mo to the channel. Thank you all. There's one right there, 331. Thank you guys. 331. Here they come. 333. Here come the thumbs ups. Here they come. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Thumbs ups. 334. Make it happen. 335. Thank you. Friends, should I roll over Matterport to $10 strike price now? I don't know. Which ones you got? What have you got now? What are you rolling over from? I don't know what to say. Matterport, I don't know what to say. 806 on the stock right now, down 139 on the Dow. We're at 341 thumbs ups. Look at them coming in. 9 to go to get the 350. Thank you. 342. Here they come. Yeah, Matterport, 806. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, friends. 342 on the thumbs ups, baby. Thank you. 8 to go to get the 350 thumbs ups on this show today. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And did I say thank you? Thank you, I say. Indeed, thank you. Matterport, let's go. Up 20. Keep it coming, man. Don't stop now. Get greedy. Let's go. Pfizer 5402. The rollovers continue. Absolutely. Anyway, the souffle rises right on. Laughing out loud. Michael, my Spire $3 call I bought expired today. I can't even dump them at the market. I knew it was a gamble all the while. Well, Spire, what can I say? Sitting at what, $2? There's no value in them, obviously. Anyway, that's all there is to it. Friends, from 7.5s. Should I roll my 7.5s into 10s? Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, when do they expire? 7.5s. Do they expire today? Do you have to roll over today? Can you? Are you? I mean, if you have to, you have to. I bought at 680, says Franz. Well, there you go. And right now we're at 810. They've got 60 cents book value. I don't know. If you don't need to do it because you are still got months to go, weeks to go, then hold off. If you must, you must. I don't know. Other than that, that's all I can say. Bruce, everyone needs to give you a thumbs down for today because I have only cleared just over $1,300 in options this week. You are so lacking slacking. I've only made a measly $1,300. I mean, Charlie is going to be hard pressed to send me a $100 gift today. It's going to be tough for Charlie to reward me this week with more than $100 for all the work that I've done for him. But Charlie, we do the best I can. Oh wait, maybe I'm the one that's slacking. He says, "Oh." Michael, listen to Bruce, everyone. Short-term calls are a big gamble. That's what I say. I'm not kidding. That's true. The short-term calls are a gamble. Absolutely right. Charlie, make more money. The day ain't over. The week ain't over. Get back to work. Oh, man, this is a tough room. I tell you right now, this is a tough place to hang out at. I'll tell you that. Clay, but I want my money now, Mike. I want it now. I want to be rich now, man. Let's go. We're down 114 on the Dow, 6 points higher on S&P, 117 higher on NASDAQ. Rocket Lab up 26 cents. SoFi 929 up 38. Let's go. GameStop 89.22 up 152. AMC hanging around 1545 up 26 cents. Matterport 812. Matterport, that's the high of the day. 812, the high of the day, up 27 cents. Those 750s are more in the money. They're going higher. 2.7 million volume. Let's go Matterport. Why don't you pop another 50 cents today and get to that 860, 70 range? Then maybe take a run at 9 on Monday, Tuesday. Wouldn't that be great? Let's go. ME 382. Come on, ME. Just so close to coming up here. Come on, bring it on, ME. Come on. Spire, just under $2. ATIP 175 unchanged. Smart Rent up 25 to 688, and Sexter 1171 up 35 cents. Go, baby, go. Pfizer 53.94 down 30 cents. There you go. There's the story of a lovely lady who had 4 lovely daughters of her own. No, three daughters, not 4. I didn't make much money on options this week. Last week was 14 grand. The week before was 11. This week I had to roll over almost everything for 1-2 weeks for premium, but the portfolio is up. There you go, Alexander. That's it. You're richer. Duncan, have a great day, simpletons. Thanks, buddy. Duncan, I'll catch you later, perhaps. I'll be back on at 3 this afternoon to close out this week's trading and the options market for this week. Guys, thank you so much for being here today and your support. I love it. Thank you all. We'll see you guys at 3 o'clock today, and let's see what's going on with our closing quotes. And let's hope we have continued positive momentum going our direction, because you know what? We deserve it. We're good people, and we're working hard here. Look at those thumbs ups. 350 have come through here. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for pulling that off for me. 350 thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Let's see. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. We'll see you this afternoon, says Austin. You got to keep it going on those Pfizers. You let me know how you're doing. Send me an email if you want. Okay, guys, there it is. I will see you a little later, and we'll be here for the close later today at 3 o'clock. Okay, guys? Thank you for joining me. We'll see you soon, and let's make money.